What's up, sitters? This is Tyler Roth with Joey Edge
Sitters, what's good?
and Chris Martinez,
What's happening?
and we are front porch. I almost blew it again.
I'm glad you didn't.
Did you hear me pause?
Stutter and pause. Not stutter. You
I didn't stutter. I
You
was just
paused.
unsure of myself.
Yeah,
Thought you
don't-
were just trying to build anticipation. Thought you were
No,
doing.
there's plenty of anticipation for tonight's
Absolutely,
show.
absolutely.
That's right, always. Bradfordless again. Yeah.
Not move on.
Let's move on. Poor
Yep.
Brad.
If you're not surprised that Bradford isn't here, go ahead and share this episode with a friend. We'll get about 3,000 folk in here.
No doubt. Shout out Steinrook, Mr. Brendan Cooey in the chat, Chandler and Zach.
Bring them out. Bring them out.
Okay.
Big show tonight, Joey.
Big show every Wednesday. We love it.
Yeah,
We're
no
here
doubt.
for it. We're
No
here
doubt,
for every
no
bit
doubt,
of
no
it.
doubt.
Before we get into that, before we get into how we doing, how our week's going, let's talk about JW Weaponry.
We can do it.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to shoot so bad. We had a little poker night at my father-in-law's, and
You
someone.
invited to that?
No, I
No,
didn't.
me either.
It was literally last second.
Last time I went there, I think I had like a half of a chip left, and I ended up making it to the final four. Like a couple tables. Remember that?
I do remember that.
That was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was crazy. We made it. We battled.
Didn't hold on to that, did you?
That's right. No.
At any rate, it was like a July 4th. We had a July 4th thing at my house.
Fair
and
enough.
then- yeah. But that was unexpected as well. But anyways, someone may or may not have wanted to shoot a gun for the first time, and so a pistol may or may not have gotten brought out, and it may or may not have got shot, and I may or may not have really wanted to go shoot after that.
At a poker tournament?
Not in the house, Chris.
Yeah, but
There's land behind us.
that's a heck of a mixture. I can't.
It was
do-
July 4th. Everyone thought it was a firework.
Yeah.
This is all alleged too. I'm thinking about writing a novel, and this is kind of the basis of it.
I love it. I love it. So,
Nice job, Brad.
yeah,
Y'all thought Brad wasn't here.
yeah, he's here,
Yeah,
different
Brad.
format. Trey, Mr. Hosford, sorry, he said, Chris, remember our talk. So today at football practice, he swung by and he's like, hey, need you guys to have your best show and go extra long. Him and Kurt are on their way to Canton to play in a cornhole tournament.
Canton, Ohio.
Yes, sir.
Hall of Fame.
Yes, sir.
Playing in the Hall of Fame corner.
Yeah, so they have a really, really long ride. I believe they started at 8.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, so
So
they're
they're like at the Georgia line right about now.
they're needing this tonight.
We'll go as long as we can go.
And Mr. Hosford told Kurt, he was like, look, hey, at least the beginning part of the ride is going to be great.
That's
That's right.
Got front porch.
Absolutely.
It's already off the rails.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. But you do need to send. We got off the rails on that.
Not
Wasn't
off the
ad
rail,
read.
but
That
I wanted to go
wasn't-
shooting.
that-
Need to get a new gun.
That
So I
was-
need to go see John.
There it was. There's
Joey.
the rest. There's the rest of the
Give
ad.
us the number to the premier gun store in the South, who is always loaded.
386-243-8587 is the number to date. JW Weaponry.
I'm actually going there soon to buy another handgun.
Oh, nice.
Yep. I need another one
Like
You
that.
know how I know Joey has that number memorized?
because he can't read.
Because if it was on a sheet of paper in front of him, he would not be able to see it right now.
No shot. I've got to go to the eye doctor.
We
and
just
get-
need to
get
start a
new glasses.
GoFundMe for you at this point.
Go fund my time. I don't have any of that. That's
Yeah,
the problem.
It's yeah, you're right. It's tough to come by.
Time is an issue.
Yeah.
I know where your time is at. It's on the baseball field, on the third base line.
Sometimes first base line. Sometimes standing on the dugout or on the fence by the dugout like this.
Yeah.
You know.
Did you guys have a tournament this weekend?
We did
How'd that
played down in Auburndale again.
You need to get a house there.
Probably should at this point. Honestly, thought about it actually 2 weekends ago.
Mr. Zach Paul in the chat.
ZP
I was gonna read that for you, Joey, because then I realized you couldn't read it.
He said, "Sup, fellas, all
all
the way from Arkansas."
Arkansas.
We knew that.
That's just Kansas with too many letters.
Oh Lord.
Anyways, we played down in Auburndale. Got rained out a lot. Played 3 games. Played well. So that was good.
That's good.
Yep.
Very good.
Chris, what about you?
This weekend,
What'd you do?
man, I don't know, not a whole lot. Kelsey had surgery, so I was like,
Yeah.
man. Oh, all the moms in the chat. We have a lot of female listeners and dads. Dads, you guys can relate to this, dude. They do way more
Oh man,
than we're capable of doing.
it's not even close.
I'll take one and I can handle her for the day, but then I'm like, okay, here. No.
Yeah.
2 is like, woo-hoo. Yeah, I didn't have friends. I couldn't leave the house. I had to be in the perimeter because I had to make sure I could lift the kids. And
Yeah.
she's fine. Everything's great, but oh man, it's exhausting.
We are
It's
on
exhausting.
day 3 of Michelle being a full-time stay-at-home mom.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we're Trying to get into some rhythms.
Yeah.
Yeah, get some.
Yeah, a lot of success with that though, right? So far.
Yeah,
So far?
yeah. No, it's great.
Yeah.
It's great, but it's hard, man.
Oh,
I wouldn't
man.
want to do it.
No,
I'd much
man.
rather go. To
I love
40
my
hours a
kids,
week.
but man, I took mine to
I'm with
football.
both of you.
I took Mia to football practice.
You did
today.
take me
I
to
saw
football.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was out there. She's a trooper. It's hot. It was freaking hot.
dude,
Very.
kids don't care.
No, she didn't care. She never slowed
It's
down.
the weirdest thing. I'm like, how do you not care?
I mean,
know
I'm
you're little,
hot. But I set the slide up for her. Trey Marshall brought his kids over this afternoon.
Oh, that's good.
We all
stuff.
played, slid. It was fun. Good times.
I like that.
Good times.
I like that a
But
lot.
now we're going to get into the actual show, yeah? What everyone came for?
Yeah. Real quick shout out. I'm gonna shout out Cam Cooey because my guy left the beach, came to coach baseball with us. He said in the chat right here, rain delays are killers. We had several of them, but he left his family at the beach to come coach baseball with us. Big fan of that. We had a good
Wow.
time, even though it was a lot of rain and some lightning and all
That's
that
some,
fun stuff. So we had a good time though.
I have to say shout out to him, too, for that.
Yeah. I can't read that. So anybody?
Zach Paul said, "Hey man, I have one request. Can you show the other missing guy?"
Oh, yeah. So he came to the house, and he's like, hey, who's the invisible guy?
He did.
He's talking about you.
Oh, it's me. I thought he was talking about Bradford.
No, you're
I
just
thought he
the
was
voice.
slapping Bradford.
No, you're just
Your
the
voice.
voice.
Nobody sees you. They just hear
Well, they
your
don't
voice.
see Bradford either.
Well, I don't.
Well, they don't
Y'all
hear his
see-
voice.
Y'all see me more than you see Bradford when I walk behind Chris.
This
check
is
on the
true.
cameras.
This is
Hey,
true.
why don't you walk behind Chris right now
Yeah.
so people can see you real quick? It'll be fun. It'll be a good time.
If you're a podcaster and we are having that still, this is what. Oh, garbage.
Wow, that's bad. Face
can't
down.
get
Yeah. There you go. That's Tyler.
If you're a podcaster, you need to be in the YouTube so you can have that moment right there. Those of
You
you
really
who are
don't,
here,
but
we
thank
love you. Make sure you like it, subscribe it, and turn on the bell. Do that. That's fun. All right, Joey. Where do you want to start this evening, sir?
Let's go with. That's a good question. Probably win shares, I think.
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Win shares. We got Texas Longhorns and the Denver Broncos, switching it up a little bit, adding some NFL. Let us know in the chat if you like the NFL win shares. This was a request of Clayton Steinrock, because I know he will. But
Yeah.
anybody else, if you guys
Yeah.
like the idea of doing win shares for the NFL, let us know. in the
In the YouTube.
In the
Yeah.
YouTube. Yeah.
in the YouTube, we love support.
On the line.
Slang. it's my lingo, man.
I like it.
Do you want to start with Texas or Denver?
Definitely Texas.
The Longhorns. Let's do it.
The Longhorns.
Hook 'em for life.
I didn't have enough time. We were running a little bit late, and so there's nothing there for Tyler. Bradford officially got removed.
Yeah, he's
He got removed.
on a
Bad.
ban.
All right, let's go Rice at Texas week 1.
So Vegas has it at 9.5, right?
Vegas has it at 9.5/10.
9.5/10.
Most places are 10, but you can get 9.5 with a lot of juice.
Yeah. I would only. Well, anyways, we'll go get into it and we can talk about it afterwards. Rice, I had it at 100. How about you?
1.0, yes.
1.0.
Yep.
Yep.
It's 100.
At Bama, we got Jake Kennedy in the chat. At Bama, he said, I believe like a couple weeks ago, bet the house on Texas in that game.
That's right, he did.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's true. He's follows Bama as like you follow Florida and how I follow Florida State.
Right.
Florida and how I follow Florida State.
Right.
So
Hey, that shirt's kind of clean.
you like that?
That shirt's kind
Thank
of
you.
clean.
Thank you. I decided not to wear a team shirt. Those are Nike checks, but you can't tell. Anyways,
I couldn't tell, actually. Oh, that's obvious, though.
yeah.
Sorry, that was terrible.
it's a bunch of little colored Nike checks. All right. At Alabama, I have it at 55%.
I got it at 50-50.
50-50.
I really wanted to go a little bit more, but it's Alabama at home and Bryant-Denny.
Yeah.
Hard
Jake,
for me
where
to
do you
win.
have that percentage chance win?
Texas will win that game. He says that.
Yeah, I know that. I want to know what number. Put a number on it. Wyoming, 99%, Joey.
Wyoming 1.0 for me.
Can we hang out at the Alabama game for just a second?
I actually would love to.
Why do we think that's such a coin flip game?
I think it is.
It's got to be like Alabama quarterback, kind of an unknown.
It's the quarterback issue.
Early in the season.
Milroe is the quarterback, but I don't know who's actually going to be the quarterback.
Right.
I think Texas is good. I think Texas is going to be okay, but I don't know. He said 65% chance for Texas. I'm at
That's
55.
really,
I suppose
truthfully,
that's
that's really where I
think
wanted
that's
to
a pretty
be.
good number, especially so early in the season.
right.
I think Texas is proven at the right positions. I think they have depth on the O line. I think they have depth. I think the quarterback position is key for them.
Texas?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Texas. Quinn Ewers and then Malik Murphy behind him, who I think is not a huge drop off.
Who's replacing Bijan? at running back? Does anybody know?
Cedric Baxter probably is
Yeah,
going to get a lot
Baxter.
of carries.
He'll tote it.
Yeah, so, I mean,
Let me ask you this: If this was game 8 in the season, what would the number look like?
Probably the other way.
I
I would be 55
Bama.
Bama,
I think so too. I think
45 Texas.
I don't know that I would have it much different. I think Texas is a playoff team, so I don't.
Yeah, but I think this is I'm just making
just
making
spitballing.
you making you answer a question
Yeah.
that you don't have to answer. But like, you don't think there's anything to Bama being uncertain at the beginning as opposed to Bama having it figured out and rolling at the end?
No, I do, but also at the same time, if Bama is uncertain at the beginning and they start the year 5-2 and they're playing in the 8th game, does a 5-2 Bama really show up for this? I don't know.
Hell
Maybe.
yeah,
I think so.
at home
For Texas
against
yeah.
a very good Texas team.
Yeah, against a Texas team that's probably undefeated.
Alabama is so used to playing for national championships and playing to get to national championships or get to that level that if they have a bad few weeks in the beginning of the season, I don't know that they recover right now.
I don't know. I'm not comfortable going
I'd
there with Nick
have to look
Saban
at
as
their
head coach.
schedule to even know if they have any.
Yeah, I have not looked at their schedule.
With Nick Saban as head
If we're
coach,
pushing Texas from like game 2 or whatever it is, 1 or 2 to the end.
their win total's 10.5. So
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Bama's is.
yeah,
That's crazy. That's a high number.
But it's Saban.
It is Saban,
Saban.
but it's Saban with
The only question mark
Jalen
really
Milroe
that he
quarterback.
has is the quarterback,
yeah.
which is the most important position on the field.
right.
But
So-
he hasn't missed. And like, when was the last time Nick Saban missed on a quarterback?
That's why I say there's a difference for me in getting Bama in week 2 than as opposed to getting Bama in week 8.
yeah.
Like,
even
big
the
deal.
guy, even the guy in New England is playing right now.
Yeah.
and he's
Yeah,
not great.
yeah.
No offense, Jake, if you're a big.
Mac
Anyways, sorry,
Jones
Texas,
fan.
you guys.
no, you're good. Texas last year was 8-5. They're the best 8-5 team in all of college football last year by the metrics and power rankings.
Yeah, I mean by the eye test too.
Yeah, I mean Texas Tech beat them. They had to convert 6 of 8 fourth down conversions
Right.
to barely win the game.
Yeah.
All right, we can move on. Wyoming,
1.0.
I have it at 99.
Yeah. Texas at Baylor.
At Baylor. You want to go first?
Yeah, I can. 0.75.
I'm at .90. Not a Baylor believer.
I'm not really a Baylor believer either.
Like,
at Baylor, it may
at
get
all.
a little different early, a little scary early, and
Maybe, but it's in Texas, so Texas will have their people there too.
that's true. Kansas at Texas.
I can't read my own writing. I think I have that at 80.
I thought you said 80 whenever.
I
you
think
were
I have it
saying
at 80.
I got it at 0.75 as well. I actually think Kansas is one of the better teams in the Big 12.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't think they have enough.
I don't think they have enough either.
But that's why I'm at 80. That's like, I think there's only 2 other teams that I think have a better chance at beating Texas aside from Bama. Yep.
I think there's only one other team on the schedule that has a chance to beat Texas, and we'll get to it later.
So then there's a bye week, and then at Houston, I had that at
Did we
90.
do Oklahoma?
Oh no, I'm sorry, we did
Yeah.
not. Oklahoma
Red River rivalry.
neutral site. I have it
Neutral
at
site.
75%.
I have it at 75%.
Yeah, I think Texas should win that game.
I do too. I just think they're better.
Now, what I will say is this: Oklahoma is getting. This is for our deep-rooted college football fans. Like this is what you come here for. Their left tackle and right tackle. The only reason I know this is because they played in the Cheez-It Bowl against Florida State, because the starters opted out to go to the NFL. So the backups, who are supposed to be terrible, are getting like NFL projections early already. So they won't be as bad as what people think. You
Right.
think you lose your starting left tackle and right tackle, but what's behind it was pretty good too.
NFL talent.
Yeah. They're getting
Pretty
like
decent.
draft grades, like,
Right.
You know, second and third day type grades early. So I don't think there'll be gigantic drop off. Then there's the bye week after Oklahoma. What is it?
Mr. Polk hates Texas
Yeah,
right now.
Paul's not a big Texas
Paul-
guy.
not
So
a big
No?
Texas guy. Noted Texas hater here.
Baylor for upset.
And
and Oklahoma for upset.
Okay,
hate
Paul. I don't know what y'all got in Arkansas, my man, but all right, bye week, and then but then Mesnard, shout out Mesnard in here again. He also said never underestimate Texas's ability to underachieve.
That's valid.
Yeah, he's not wrong. He's not wrong. Okay, at Houston after a bye, I have it at 90%.
I got it at 85%.
Yep. Is that after you adjusted it?
Yeah, that was
Okay.
after I adjusted it.
BYU.
I forgot about the bye for some reason.
Yeah, it's important to me in that game.
It is. I agree.
BYU.
BYU 0.90 for me, 90%.
Exactly the same here. Kansas State.
0.80.
I'm at 0.65 there.
I'm
I
not a
think
Kansas
they're
State believer.
You're not. I think they're built to stay more than TCU, in my opinion.
I don't disagree with that either.
Yeah, TCU was. I think TCU was probably a flash in the pan.
I do like Sonny Dykes at TCU, though. I got to tell you, I think he's a good coach.
He better keep hitting the portal the way he did.
Yeah,
For
I mean,
30+ players, by the way. So, yeah, at TCU, I have it at 70%. I might be a little bit wrong here. I feel like I'm a tad high there. Actually,
I got it at 0.75.
you do. Mm-hmm. And then at Iowa State.
This is the bad game for me for Texas. I think Iowa State can give them fits.
Really?
Where's
Yeah,
it at?
it's at Iowa State.
Yeah,
That's a problem.
They're like 1-4 in their last 5 in Ames.
That's a problem.
It's spot game too. After TCU back to back.
Games are fun to watch when they're at Iowa State too. Just a little.
I
quick
just
anecdotal note.
I'm at 80 there, by the way.
0.65 for me.
Yeah.
I think if they show up and they play football and they play their best football, I don't think that Iowa State can compete if they play their best football.
Do we think TCU's favored in that game? I'm sorry, I'm reading a comment.
0 shot.
Jake says they'll be favored.
No.
I can't see that.
TCU will be 4-4 at best at that point.
I can't see them being favored.
No shot.
Think
0.
about the Iowa State game. It almost feels like it's so obvious that it's going to be a letdown game that they're going to come out even more over the top, ready to go, because it's such a clear. This is the season.
Yeah.
You know, assuming
100%.
Let's say they beat Alabama.
Right.
That you're at the end of the season right here. This is it.
Mm-hmm.
I think they'll take care of business.
I think they're 10-0 going into Iowa State, and I just don't think they lose that game.
They finished Texas Tech at final game at home.
0.80 for me.
7-5 for me.
Yeah. I've said from the beginning, I think Texas is a playoff team.
That's what's so crazy about this. Like the projection, the win shares 9.35. Vegas has it at 9.5.
I have it at 9.5 as well. I changed it.
Okay, so at any rate, you're still not like well and above.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's just kind of interesting because you're so high on Texas.
I'm at 9.74 with this one.
Yes, ZP, we have done Colorado season. We'll talk about that in a minute, or we can put the numbers up there. TCU picked up some dogs in the portal and have Texas at home.
TCU is 10-2 next year with a dub against Texas. Well, you know what we're doing next week? We'll do TCU win shares.
Yeah, let's do that. Good call.
What can you find real quick while we're on this? Can we find their actual win projection, win total?
Who?
TCU. Tyler's gonna do it. That's interesting though. Would you bet over on Texas there?
Me personally, yeah. Like I said, I have it at 9.5, but if the total is 9.5, even though it's juiced, I don't see 3 losses on the schedule.
No.
For them. I think they're way too talented.
Potentially Bama.
Yeah.
7.5, but it's juiced at -145. So
7.5 to 8 for
So
TCU.
Jake is
Really,
way high on TCU. If he is a wagering man, he should definitely go hammer that because if he's thinking 10-2, that's a
especially if you think that they're going to beat Texas, which is
it's
probably
one.
an L.
So then the two
Yeah.
finding 2 losses that isn't Texas.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah. You're right. Cool. Anything else on Texas? I think Sark is going to have to do a better job of managing football games.
I agree with that. They were hit with the injury bug a little bit last year too.
Yeah,
Literally.
except in the Oklahoma State game, they should have won that game. Turn around, hand the ball out to Bijan Robinson, and you win the football game. You're throwing the ball on second and third down without your quarterback, stupid.
Yeah.
I think at the time he was averaging like 8 yards a carry.
Right.
And then the other one, also last name Robinson, number 2.
Roshan Johnson.
Johnson, sorry.
Yeah.
He was averaging 11 yards a
Yeah,
carry.
pretty good too.
I'm telling you, listen, Roshan Johnson
ball.
was unsung hero of that team. That dude was so good.
Yeah.
Run the dang ball.
If you have rookie drafts, Roshan Johnson, you're welcome.
Yeah, not bad.
Where did he land?
Chicago.
Oh, that's a good spot.
He'll be RB1 by week 5 in Chicago.
Yeah, they just dumped Montgomery, didn't they?
Yeah.
Where's he at now? Is he with
Detroit. That is where
Yeah,
he's at. Yeah.
he's at Detroit now.
Yeah.
Where they go to die.
Yeah, that's a fact.
My dad in the chat likes my shirt too.
Dude, it's a banger.
Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Clayton's a little upset that we did Denver while he wasn't here. I didn't think of that. In our defense,
I was
he asked us to do it.
wondering that, but
He's the one that said to do it.
I
We
know
did.
we shouldn't
That's
have
a
listened
fact.
to him.
That's why we did it.
It's true.
Next time we won't listen to you.
Yeah.
If you're gonna complain like that.
Complainer. Nobody likes a complainer, Clayton.
All right. Do we want to talk about Brian's sports?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do
Really
that.
quickly.
I think
I think we should.
I think you should.
What do you think? We need to get Brian's win shares for the Gators when we do Florida.
I'm in. We'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Where's Brian at?
I don't know. He's usually in the chat.
Brian.
He's probably here.
Oh, Brian.
I love Brian.
He's getting ready for a big golf day tomorrow, if I had to guess.
It's every day that ends with Y. Brian's getting ready for another golf outing.
I mean, that's valid, but he's going with me tomorrow, so it's going to be a good time.
Oh, that's crazy. Chris,
Can't
you
wait.
going?
No.
Chris has to work
Why don't you have to work? You never work.
because I took off.
Dude, Joey takes off more than anybody I know.
I know.
That's
He's
false.
off like every Monday.
That's false.
Let me ask you a question.
You're off
Did you,
list?
did you work this Monday?
No,
Why not?
because I was at baseball
Because
He
you
was
had
watching
off.
an MLB draft.
And he's going to be off again tomorrow.
Yeah.
and Friday.
Hey, there he is. There he is. All right, Brian Dix. Let's get to these ad reads. have been
Here,
really,
he said here.
These ad reads have been special, Tyler.
Hey, I'm just telling you. These are entertaining ad reads.
They are. They are.
Joey, tell me about Brian Sports.
That's what you got.
That's what
like
I
it.
got.
I'm
Good.
here for it because I can
I'm-
tell you about Brian Sports.
I know you can.
Listen, Brian Sports is going to hook you up with whatever you need sporting goods wise, shoes, clothes, apparel, hats, whatever you need, he'll hook you up. Yeah, just go see him. I promise you won't be disappointed. 755-0570. And yeah, he'll hook you up. I promise.
Alrighty. Let's talk about the Broncos.
Yep. Bronco. Let's ride.
Let's ride. Win total 8.5. I actually did win shares this week.
Yes, you got in on the fun.
Yeah,
I get in on the
time.
fun.
You're an NFL guy, though, right?
I like the NFL.
Do you like the NFL or college more?
I mean, this is like, you have to understand, like, Florida's not very good right now, so it's not all that incredibly fun to watch. So
Okay, let's do this.
so
Let's
I
say
lean.
if you remove your favorite,
I don't have to because they play on Saturday and Sunday, so it's like easy. Like, this is like a
I'm saying if you remove your favorite teams,
okay,
Colts and the,
Gate.
yeah.
which do you prefer to watch? Not your favorite college.
NFL just because of fantasy football.
Okay,
Literally the only reason why.
that's
Same-
why I
same-
watch. That's why I watch the NFL.
That's it's hard for me.
You answer that question because I think you have a different answer.
I don't know. I don't. If I remove Florida, I don't have a favorite NFL team, so I don't have to remove.
I don't
that.
either.
But
Joey doesn't have a favorite any team. It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
He's like the biggest sports fan I know. Guy doesn't have a favorite team in any sport.
any pro sport,
None.
yeah.
Why?
I don't know why. I really don't.
He's a Red Sox fan this year, folks.
78.5. I think if you remove Florida, I don't know. I'm glad they play on Saturdays and Sundays because I enjoy them both. I really do. I like the tradition of college football. I like the overall hysteria around it is great, but the gameplay itself is NFL by a million.
Do we feel like that is trending a little bit differently, Chris, with like all the NIL stuff? Do you feel like college is kind of losing some of its shine for you?
Not for me, not yet. Anyways.
Yeah.
Mesnar said the same thing I just said.
Yeah, he did.
Man, I don't know that I hear you guys, but I don't know that I can get on board with you. Joey, Hunter, and Mesnard have all said, and you, and other people have all said, like, pro game is like just so much cleaner. And while it is, it's just not as exciting because it's like the run's going to get 4 yards, it's going to get tackled.
Yeah.
Pass is going to get completed, and it's just going to get tackled. Like, it's not. I don't know. It's just it's not as to me. It's not as exciting of a product.
That's okay.
Yeah,
we can have different opinions.
Yeah.
I love
That's
it.
just
Welcome
me.
to America. All right, game
Look
one.
at you. Look at you.
Game one.
Game one for the Broncos.
for the Denver
Broncos.
Broncos.
Hey, you're going to have to pull that up.
Yep, I'm coming over here. Right.
Oh boy. You don't have the paper in front of you?
Oh no.
He did it right here.
Yeah, right here.
Oh,
So this
okay,
is
I gotcha,
Tyler.
gotcha.
You're just going to tell me what I have.
Yeah.
I can't read that.
All right, here we go.
Okay, actually, I can read that.
Yeah, see, I made it bigger for you.
Yeah.
Good job.
All right, game one.
Vegas.
Vegas at Denver.
Season opener.
I've got it at 6.
The brand new beginning of the Sean Payton era in the Denver Broncos.
Joey, is that a solid 1 for you? Or is that different? Okay, never mind. That's
No,
something
that's
different.
not.
That's
yeah.
your.
Oh
that's
my God! I was like, dude, what are you talking about? I'm at 50% here.
I got .67 for the Broncos. I think Jimmy Garoppolo is a can of
6'7".
trash.
My man's coming out here with
6'7".
0.67.
Okay.
He's
I
an
said
NFL
between.
cat.
I told Tyler off air. I said between .65 and .70 somewhere in there. Let me just do .67. Why not? Seems like a good idea. Look at you getting the comments back up too. What a stud you are.
Man, I'm
Wow.
here for it. Chris, you had it at 0.5, so we're all kind of around the same idea.
Yeah.
Washington, the Commanders in Denver, game 2. I've got it at 0.75.
You got it at 0.75 for the Commanders?
No, for
I
Denver.
mean, for Denver against the
Denver.
Commanders? Yeah, I have it at 0.75 as well.
Chris has it at 0.4. We'll continue on. At Miami, game 3.
30% for me.
30% for Chris, 30% for me.
Is this at Miami, you said?
Yes,
At Miami.
Miami.
20%, 0.20.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't
Long
like our
ways to go for a lot of speed on the field.
Yes, sir.
Don't like our odds there. At Chicago, that's a rough back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, at Chicago.
Mesnard said going from Derek Carr to Jimmy G is like going from Jimmy G to Derek Carr.
That's funny.
That's quality. Good comment there, Mesnard.
All right.
That's so good.
We're at Chicago.
Yep, at Chicago. I got it at a coin flip 50-50.
I pretty close to there. 0.45 for me.
I'm at 30.
Yep.
Justin Fields, man.
I think they're gonna have a good year.
I do like Chicago. This year.
I think
Chicago's
it's
gonna
gonna-
be like sneaky, scrappy.
What week? This is like week 4?
Yeah, yep,
This is,
week 4.
So it's like literally almost time for our guy from Texas to be the RB1.
Yep, Roshan's probably taking over this game.
Give me the Bears.
Yeah, I like the Bears a lot.
I do too.
I think
scary.
If they were like a baseball team, they would be a team that did a lot of hit and run, a lot of bunts with runners on,
Yeah.
steals, just scrappy.
Yeah, they're going to find ways to win.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
That's right, Hosford. Bears
Yeah,
win.
you know Hosford's on the
Bears.
bear train.
Jets.
The Jets, the Fighting Jets with Aaron Rodgers.
0.65 for me.
I got it at 0.5.
I actually have it at 0.63 apparently. Sorry.
I'm at 0.6. Right? Isn't that
Yeah,
what that
you
says?
did say
Yeah,
0.6.
Yep.
So Aaron Rodgers doesn't make a difference here to you guys?
I think he does.
That's why I have it at 0.6.
I told Joey off air, I think these two teams are pretty similar. You have older, struggling quarterbacks, fun guys on the edges.
Yeah.
Seems
I do think they're very similar. I just give the edge to Denver because they're at home.
I don't hate that. At Kansas City, I've got it at a little coin, not a coin flip, but a coin 25.
I do too. It is a dime. 10%.
0.20, I think the familiarity of Denver and Kansas City may play a role, but at Kansas City,
Yeah,
nah, we're good, fam.
no shot. Green Bay, speaking of Aaron Rodgers, we're going to Green Bay here. I got it at 0.65 for Denver.
I got it at 0.60 for Denver as well.
0.5 coin flip.
Coin
Go
flip,
either
I like
way.
it.
Yeah, I think that'll be an interesting game. Jordan Love will have a couple games under his belt. He kind of,
Yeah.
I think 0.5 is probably closer to what I think it should be. But
Maybe, yeah.
Kansas City again. This time we're at Denver. I got it at 0.3, so just slightly better.
I got it at 0.4.
Really?
Yeah, I got it at 0.4.
You're not a Kansas City believer?
No, I'm a Kansas City believer in a certain way. I do think they need to find a number one receiver somewhere somehow. Justin Ross almost has to be that guy.
I think so.
I'm not a Justin Ross fan either, though, so that makes me.
Until someone can stop Travis Kelce, I don't think it matters.
I agree, but Denver's familiarity. I said that whenever they're going to Kansas City, like Denver's familiarity with them playing them 2 times a year forever. That says something to me.
I mean, I get that part, but I'm not as engaged in the NFL, so I will fall. I just did it again in the NFL. I will defer to you guys, but I just feel like if I know you're good and I can't stop you, I haven't really ever stopped you, then
Yeah.
I know what you're gonna do, but it doesn't really matter if you can't take it away.
Yeah.
So I'm at 10% there as well, probably a little bit low realistically, but I'm a Mahomes gang.
Yeah. Denver
Not
kind of
no.
has a rough schedule, man.
I'm looking at it.
Yeah, they do.
At least they
Kansas,
get a
Buffalo. They get the Chargers twice. Oof.
yeah. Eesh.
A good
All right.
Bears team.
At Buffalo.
Buffalo.
No Chandler, no love for Tony. He's just he's a wild card. If he's on the field, sure, but he's a wild card for me. Too much.
Amen, Maxwell. They are not
I
beating
like
the
Tony a
Chiefs in
little
a
bit more
single
than you
game.
do. He's a little bit more than a wild card. Right when they got him and he got healthy, they used him a lot.
He never had more than like 4 catches in a game. They didn't
For
use him
like
a lot.
80 yards every single time.
Like I said, if he's on the field, great. I'm happy for him. If he's
They
not,
only had him for like half the season. So like,
Yeah,
of
but
course
he's a
he didn't get the rock
psychopath.
a ton.
he's a psychopath.
I think he's going to be pretty good.
Freaking Gator, man.
I think he's going to be a
That's what
playmaker
you
this
expect.
year. I'm with you,
Buffalo. Where are we at on Buffalo?
Buffalo at Buffalo Monday Night Football 0.20.
I'm at 0.2.
0.25 for me.
We're all very similar with
yeah.
that one. Minnesota
Minnesota.
at home. I have it at 0.60.
I got it at a coin flip, 0.5.
Yeah,
I'm 0.60 as well.
Joey hates Kirk Cousins.
No Dalvin Cook.
I do hate Kirk Cousins, but I love Jay Jettis.
Yeah.
And I like Jordan Addison too. I think Kirk Cousins is going to have another good year because
Not
he's
Addison
not Addison Russell because he's Kirk Cousins and he gets lucky and
That offense is perfect for him.
It is.
It's perfect for
Yeah.
him. All right, who's next?
Cleveland rocks. 0.60 for me.
0.65. 0.8 for Christopher.
Sorry, Kurt.
At Houston, we getting CJ Stroud action here.
At Houston, I got it at 0.60 as well.
I have it at 0.75, but I kind of feel like that's a little too high. I should have brought that down.
Yeah, I'm at 0.60 as well.
At the Chargers.
Charges.
I had this at like 0.25, then I moved it up to 0.3, and then I finally landed at 0.35.
I'm at 30%.
I got it at 0.37. I'm not a Chargers believer. I don't think that.
0.37? What's going on?
I'm not a Chargers believer. I'm not a Justin
What's
Herbert
crazy is we
fan.
landed at the exact same number, 8.4.
Yeah.
Like, how's that possible?
Yeah.
Anyways, at Detroit.
Kind of like Chicago. I think Detroit's really freaking good.
I'm sorry, Kurt. I did not do very well with Cleveland. Sorry.
Kurt is pissed. That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
At Detroit. Joey likes Detroit a lot. I think it's a coin flip. I think that'll be a fun game,
I'm
actually.
at 60% there.
0.35 for me.
Oh, wow.
You really like Detroit.
I think Detroit's one of the better teams in the
It's
NFC.
Jared Goff still. At the end of the day, it's Jared Goff. I don't think he's bad.
Name the quarterbacks in the NFC right now.
I don't think he's bad.
I don't
not saying
think he's
bad.
good either.
We're not
But
talking about the NFC. We're talking about Detroit versus the Broncos.
I just think I love Joey so much, but there's no way you can tell me. Maybe you can because you're probably about to. Detroit has a better chance to win than Patrick Mahomes
Detroit-
and the Chiefs.
Detroit has. Oh, did he do that?
yeah,
Yes,
at
he's
home.
40%.
At home.
It doesn't matter to me. Ford
Detroit-
Field is not
Detroit
a home
has
Go
field.
look
some
back at the
sneaky
last
good
10 years and
playmakers.
tell me their records against each other.
I can't. I don't like the NFL all that much. That's why I'm letting you tell me.
I do think
But
the
I just-
Lions are sneaky good.
I think the Lions are one of the best teams in the NFC.
Hawkinson, they picked up Gibbs.
They don't have Hawkinson anymore.
Oh yeah, he went to friggin'
Minnesota. Yeah.
Oh,
They got Gibbs. They got Montgomery. They got Amon-Ra. They got Reynolds. They got.
what was the trade?
Can they
that
play
sent him
defense
over to
yet?
Minnesota?
They should. Yeah. They were better. They were a borderline playoff team last year.
They
were
lost
right on
so
the
many
edge.
games by like 3 points last year. It was crazy. Or
And
3
they
at
were
once.
still right there in
Every
the
game.
playoff hunt.
Yeah.
New England,
New England. I think New England's terrible.
one of the bottom 5 teams in the NFL.
Terrible.
55% is what I have.
I've got it at 0.7 for
I
me.
got it at 0.7,
Yep. The Chargers again. This
Point-
time it's at home. I got
Yep.
it at 0.4.
0.6 for me
0.4.
Yep.
at Vegas.
At Vegas.
Yep.
It's a lot of games.
0.5 for me.
Yep. Coin flip. 50-50.
40.
0.4 for Chris. Pretty close there for all of us.
So I got 8.4. You got 8.4, and Chris has
7.25.
7.25. So you're taking the under.
No, I don't. I don't.
Chris does not partake.
No.
Not NFL.
Nope, not the NFL.
You know what Chris does partake in? Clean cuts at Mr. Josh McCardle's barbershop.
Oh boy.
That's a fact. He does. He makes
It was-
literally anyone look great.
It was last week. You were just flying high with that fresh cut.
Yeah.
Not quite as high as
Heath.
Heath. Not
Yeah.
quite as high as Heath.
Yep.
Josh has a little something he wants us to show on screen this week. Josh's Barbershop Wedding Edition. I like this.
I
Getting
think
into the wedding game.
I think this is a brilliant idea.
Yeah.
Can you make that a little bigger?
When else would you want to look your best? Your wedding, right?
Yeah.
right.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm trying to make
He has wedding packages.
basically $80 per person for one package called the Prince package, and we got the King's package, $100. They include different things. You get some bourbon and beer. You get your beard and mustache grooming. If you go a little bit higher, you get your brow, your nose, ears waxed, which I've heard is a good experience.
Ears waxed. Nostrils.
Remember, he said the nose was great.
I've done the nose.
So then, what's so hard about the ears?
Oh no, that's my ear.
That's your nose.
You'll be able to hear the hair pulling out of it.
You won't,
Yeah, you'll be able to hear it. It's in your ear, dude.
dude. That's not a thing.
Where do you hear from? You
Your
don't
ear.
hear from your nostrils. You hear from your ears,
Could
dude.
you smell the nose hairs leaving your
I
nose?
definitely smelled the wax. I definitely did. But you do
man.
need to.
He's got some different packages here. What we'll do is we'll tweet this out
Yeah,
on the account.
yeah. I've actually retweeted that too, but we'll do it again from Porch's account.
Yeah. I like that
Pretty
idea.
exciting
Yeah.
for Josh. If you're getting married, man, what a great way to start the day.
You wouldn't ever
Get a
want to
fresh
look
cut.
like
Can you
that's when you want to
imagine?
look better. Yeah, 100%.
Like, I'm thinking back to like my wedding day. I don't think I had a haircut in like a week.
If I
Oh my goodness.
before I don't. Does that come to you? Like it comes to you, right? He comes to the wedding party.
There is a package that does that. Yes.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
little bit higher.
Yeah.
On location, 125, 150.
Yeah, I mean, it's coming to you.
Yeah.
You're hanging out. Yeah, it's worth it. It's
Yeah.
worth it.
I love it. Joey,
Yeah,
let's give us the number for Josh so we can text the number.
that's right. 386-247-1430. Text Josh. He'll send you the schedule. Get on the schedule. Get on there ASAP. Like Chris said last week, if you get on there and then create a consistency, then you're good.
Yeah, that's it. Like literally, that's it. Like, and you may have to schedule an appointment and then go see your barber or whoever cuts your hair in between. It's okay, but
Do that once
But
and
give
then-
them, give them a shot.
Yeah.
just give them a shot.
Yep.
I know we have some good stuff in the show notes. I have a question for Joey. We talked about this Tuesday. It's not just for Joey, for you too.
Oh, no.
All Gator fans, all football fans, college football recruiting. So On3 just dropped their new rankings. And
Oh, yeah.
this is noteworthy. We need to discuss it.
I think I know where you're going.
Chad Hunter also asked me, and this we can also find Kyle's question because it kind of related to this. So let's park it here for a little bit on college football and recruiting. It's like literally 44 days away before we'll be watching college football.
Yes.
So we can all say that's a big win
Can't
in the
wait.
chat. Okay, so Florida had some like notable, like significant drops. Joey, would you agree with that?
Yeah.
Like pretty substantial, 5-star to a 3-star.
Several- Yeah. Well,
Like,
yeah, there you go. That's
like,
one.
That's pretty big. And then, obviously, as any fan base would be, and I'm not hating on the Gators at all because I've seen this 1,000 times before, but because Florida State fans would do this. They do this anyways all the time. But we're kind of up in arms, not happy about it. Thought like maybe there was an agenda by On3 against them. Do you have any thoughts on that, or could you explain maybe the reasoning of Gator fans? Because I know sometimes you don't always agree with them, but I think how you explained it on the front porch at my house on Tuesday was perfect.
The other front porch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that they go through and they say, okay, this kid's committed to blah, 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 said school, let's drop them. I don't think that happened. I think a lot of Gator fans, a lot of the comments I saw were, how do you reevaluate somebody with no game film? Like, what happened from point A when you ranked him a 5-star to point B where you ranked him a 3-star? And that's
Did that happen?
Yeah, the Waller kid from Mississippi.
Yeah.
5-3.
DN, yeah. And so you told me
I'll
this.
explain it.
Yeah, you told me. I'll let you go ahead and explain the reasoning behind this one specific example of the Waller kid, but you can go ahead.
So the Waller kid from Mississippi, he is like 6 foot, like legitimate measurement, 6 foot 240, maybe 6.5 feet 240. Plays D end in high school, projects as a D end in college, and he ran a 4.95 at combine in Atlanta.
Right.
Like like legitimate numbers. So like 6 foot 240 doesn't translate to an SEC defensive end. 6 foot 240
And
linebacker
slow.
with a 4.95 40 doesn't translate to being able to stay on the field.
I really
So
thought the kid was taller than 6 foot, but
that's their measurements that they had.
yeah, and I'm sure they're more accurate.
They would know before we would know. So like that's the one specific example of like, hey, then my rebuttal would be, well, why was he ever a 5-star?
Well, that's my question.
Like, did
Was
y'all
the
just-
combine in between that or something?
I want to say it was, and I was
That
going
helps.
to your point, like what? Because that's Gator. What's changed?
Right.
Like what camps? Going to camps, being seen, getting measured, wingspan, height, weight,
40 times.
40 times. That's the only thing that could have transpired since the last rankings.
Right.
But I'm like you, more of like a film guy. Like I want to see how do you play.
Right.
Like
And so sometimes it's hard to evaluate film too. Like if you got a guy that's playing small school football in Missouri, it's a little harder to evaluate him than it is to somebody that's playing big boy football in Texas.
Yeah.
Because that guy in Texas is playing on the elite of the elite.
Yeah, like a
they're playing good football talent.
Yeah.
Same with the bigger schools in Georgia, Florida.
Yeah.
So there's you got to give these guys some leeway, and I'm not a big On3 fan. I don't like On3.
No,
very much.
they're like the newest service, but they do have really they have poached really talented riders
from the best of the
best
of the
services.
best. Right. Yeah. So yeah, I don't think I truly don't believe that it's anything like a personal like vendetta against any team. I just don't. I don't know. Maybe I see it a little different than most, but yeah, to me it was a situation where certain guys fell. I don't know how many guys rose from Florida's class from where they were to a higher number, but I'm sure there were a couple too. We just don't want to talk about them because it doesn't fit the narrative that we want to spew right now.
I could be an idiot, but I just don't see a motive to do that. If anything, I think it makes their service look worse.
Yeah, I think it's it would be like catastrophic to do that, to have that be a motive.
Right, and like I don't see any gain in like a team paying them off to do this or anything like that. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, it really doesn't make sense. I don't think there's anything to that. No. One of the other notable ones that Chad Hunter asked me to talk about, which will get us to the Kyle conversation question. Kyle Williams, fan of the show, been like with us for a while. He DM'd us. He DM'd us on Twitter with this question. It was a good one. But Lagwade fell some in the rankings, and because Chad Hunter asked that. Yes, I didn't mention. Sorry. Krummenhoek, Florida State's quarterback, he rose some in the rankings. So they ended up passing each other. I think Krummenhoek's like 27 now. He's like 2 outside of being a 5-star.
Right.
The third best quarterback in the country.
I believe Florida State tweeted that he was a 5-star.
Did they?
Somebody from Florida State did. I don't know if it was the actual account.
Probably not the actual account.
Right.
But yeah, I think he's really close to being a 5-star.
Yeah.
You know what I'll say about that Krummenhoek kid? Or do you have anything to take away from that, Joey? Like that Lagway slipped a little bit?
Nope.
None, right?
I just don't see it as a valid.
It's nothing.
It doesn't really matter.
It's nothing.
It doesn't.
It's nothing to cry about.
We are locked in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I think he did not perform well at Elite 11, and that's why he's dropped.
Which is crazy to me because there's so many people that say he did perform well, and that's what kills me about the Elite 11 is I know a couple of years ago I can't even remember who it was, but there was another quarterback. I don't remember who it was, but like it was Florida and Florida State had 2 quarterbacks. Throughout the week, everybody said the Florida quarterback was better, and then at the end of the week, it was the Florida State quarterback was number 3 and the Florida quarterback was number 9 or something like that.
Yeah.
So like I don't put a lot of stock into the Elite 11 either.
I don't either. But that's where they do measure like the best of the best quarterbacks. They're all at the same place, throwing at the same time. So like you're able to do like the eye test and compare like, hey, that ball jumps out of his hand. Hey, that ball doesn't jump out of his hand or whatever.
Right.
I think the one stat that was floating around was he had like a bad 7-on-7. But that could be his receivers dropped the ball or didn't run the good routes or whatever. I have no idea. But he didn't throw a lot of touchdowns and threw some.
That's a very small sample.
Yeah, I agree.
Very small
I'd much rather watch him in a football game.
Yeah.
That's where I'm.
A real game.
Like an actual, yeah.
Yeah. So here we'll talk about Norvell, and then I want to answer Kyle's question. You have it queued up. Mike Norvell and company, they identified Krummenhoek when he was the backup on his high school football team when he played safety. He was a 0-star. And now he's borderline 5-star, very high 4-star. The guy, Powers, who does the rankings for On3, he said he would hate to be a college coach because they have to try and evaluate their guy so early in the cycle. Like, to try and make sure that that's their guy. They want to put all their chips in because, like, you have to be recruiting that guy so far out in advance to make sure that that's who you want as your bell cow quarterback for that class. Yeah. I thought that was a pretty good job by Florida State and company to identify that kid early.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't ranked at all as a junior.
I thought Florida State didn't recruit well.
That's what people are saying.
I mean, they're still not in the elite of the elite, but
they're not.
But I mean, they do well. They seem to have done well when they needed to do well in certain positions.
At positions.
At positions.
Like his position. That's huge.
Yeah.
I'd rather nail the quarterback and offensive line every single time and miss on a linebacker or whatever.
But and also, this is kind of the first time they've hit on a quarterback from high school.
Yeah, they like Brock Glenn a lot from last year. Ohio State liked him too.
Yeah.
So if Ohio State likes him, I like him. But yes, I would agree with that, seeing as Willie Taggart did not sign one.
Right.
So,
Ever.
Yeah.
Not one.
Is that a fact?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my.
Never signed a high school kid. Not one. Not one.
That's crazy.
Never landed a quarterback. What was the name of his offense?
Simplistic something. Right? What was it?
No, it was they. I can't remember.
Lethal Simplicity.
Lethal Simplicity was the nickname.
That's not
for
real,
it.
is it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Man, those were dark times.
I was say those are dark times.
Those were really dark
Now look
times.
at us.
Oh my
We're wearing
god.
Nice T-shirts. We're looking fly. Feeling good.
Lethal Simplicity, baby. Boy, he was bad.
Kyle's question.
Yep. Kyle.
Do you have it up?
I got it up. It's a little tiny. Let me make it a little bit bigger. It's gonna be a little bit fuzzy.
Oh, that's okay. We can read that.
I assume this is the question. I just
Yes.
found it. I never saw it. Question says, if you were the head coach at Florida, would you rather have the 10th ranked recruiting class with Lagway or the number 1 recruiting class with no QB?
The only answer is the quarterback.
Have him.
That's the answer. Yes. I mean, the number 1 overall class sounds great, but if you don't have a quarterback that can get the job done, then I don't.
Trying to think about Georgia. They had really, really high classes. Carson Beck.
Carson Beck was almost a 5-star.
He hasn't stepped on the field yet. Like
Right.
we know. Well,
Right, but
I know when he was ranked.
But Stetson Bennett's been there for 19 years, so that's not.
Carson Beck was not good at Mandarin.
I didn't think he was good at Mandarin either.
Like, not in.
He had a really good run,
Yeah,
a really good run.
yeah.
But overall, I didn't think he was great at Mandarin.
Georgia's not a great example because they did sign 5-star Brock Vandegrift too,
Right.
who also has not been on the field yet.
Right.
Him and Carson Beck are like battling
Carson
it
Beck
out.
was, like I said, he was a high for.
And
It
they
wasn't
just
like he
signed
was just a random guy.
They just signed another one too. Georgia did, and I think they have like 2 inside the top 5.
Yeah,
They really do.
I know.
How?
And none of them play.
Okay. Let's see. I think I'm with you. I think it has to be. You have to have the quarterback, and it's a top 10 class. Like
Yeah, it's not like it's a bad class. It's still
I
top
think
10.
I think he had like a second part of that question was what number would it have to be for you to say number 1?
Yeah, I'd be curious what ranking a class with Lagway or any other highly ranked quarterback would have to be to make you change your answer. Yeah, probably outside the top 16, 18, 20, somewhere in that range.
So we've talked about this before. We've talked about this before.
Like, is this just this year? Like with this class, with this team's at?
I think he's just talking specifically in the case of Lagway.
In the case of Lagway, you have to get the
Or any other top quarterback. I mean,
Well,
this-
Lagway's borderline
but
5-star.
for us, like the meaningful person for us right now is Lagway. Like that's the easy conversation to have.
All right, so we've talked about this before. We've talked about recruiting rankings, and there's like a lot of minutia. Like the difference between class 12 and class 10 isn't huge. The difference between 15 and 10 isn't a huge margin.
Right.
We're talking about maybe one player, and if you're already stacked at that said player, like you don't necessarily. But what position you must have a player at is quarterback.
Yeah.
I think for me it'd have to be outside top 20. Because it means you failed somewhere. Like there's teams like you've really missed the boat, and you're gonna waste a Lagway
Right.
potentially, but even not. But
I still
really,
think
but
it's outside top 20.
I think
I'm with you on that.
I think it's outside top 20. Yeah,
Yeah.
because there's no guarantee that Lagway is going to be the answer either.
No, there's
So
not.
you want to make sure there's quality players around it.
Right.
So like outside, I think
Worst case scenario, you go hit the portal every year for another
Yeah.
grad transfer quarterback.
Kurt says I finally made sense. Appreciate that, Kurt. I do my best.
O-H-I-O.
Yeah, OHIO. I don't know, man. I that's a good question. I think it has to be, like you said, outside the top 20. Then we can talk.
Yeah. I think that's where I'm at too.
Especially because the trade-off is really good. You get the number 1 class
Right.
without Lagway, but you may still get a good quarterback in there.
But you may not.
Yeah.
But he may not be good.
He may not be. We've seen it before.
It's a tough game.
many of times.
Tough game.
You want to go to top 3, or do you want to talk Shohei and Bojack?
Either one. Let's real quick, because MLB draft just came on. Is there a more meaningless draft in sports?
No, so listen, you
I
guys
don't
are.
think it's meaningless.
Oh yes, this. Let me get my little take off, and then I want you to get yours.
Please, go ahead.
Because I hop on Twitter, like I do far too often, and the draft is going on. Like the first 10 tweets on my timeline are my good friends, people I really like, because that's all. That listen, if I like or see your tweet, it's because you're not muted. Like, my mute list is long.
I got a
right?
few on that list.
Oh, but anyways, so if I see your tweets, I like you.
Right.
And so like my good friends are tweeting and like draft this, and I'm like,
Did I? Tweet
oh
that?
yes, you did. Yes, you did. You, Tyler,
I tweeted. I only tweeted.
I know
that
Tyler
last time.
did.
Yekring, there's so many. Brinkley, like so many of my friends are like tweeting out like y'all were actually watching the Major League Draft. It was wild to me. I didn't. I don't.
I think. Okay, so a
Yeah,
couple
go ahead.
things. I
Not,
think you saw
not
a
one
lot
draft
of your
tweet, by the
friends.
way.
You did it?
Nope, not one draft tweet.
You text me and tell
There
me
was
you're
a
watching
Florida
the
Gator
draft.
that was projected
Maybe.
to go inside the top 3. So that there's a lot to do with that. Sproat was projected to go pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
I think Waldrop was supposed to be top 100.
He ended up going before Sproat, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think
Smart.
that had a lot to do with it. There was a lot of Gator talent going.
Okay,
That influence.
which that makes sense. Speaking of talent going, did you see Miami set like a record for most players drafted
Really?
for the university,
The University of Miami in baseball?
for their school? Yeah,
Really?
like tied their most drafted, and they didn't win a whole lot of baseball games.
No, it's crazy, but that's wild
That's
because
baseball.
because there used to be like 1,000 rounds in the Major League Baseball draft.
Yeah,
Like they literally drafted until
It was like 35 or something like that.
yeah. Like if I was the
35
Braves,
times 30 is 30 and 30 is 900.
yeah.
So 900 players. Right?
no, it was way more than that.
Was it really?
Yes, sir. Because teams could just stop drafting. So like if I was the Braves and you were the Red Sox and you were the Marlins, and I was like pick 38th round, I'm like, yeah, I'm out. I don't want to do this anymore. I
Right.
just left. And then if you wanted to keep going, you kept going. You could go to round 70 if you really wanted to. I swear that's the way it was at one point.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I know for a while there was at least like 45 rounds, and then after COVID they went and they shortened it up to 20. So my point is, for Miami to have that when they used to could draft 1,000 million players, holy crap! And then they were still as bad as they were.
Got to be more production.
Ooh,
They just got a new head coach.
Yeah,
yeah, they did.
Yeah.
They did. Hey Tyler, who was the Angels pick at number 11? I'm curious. I don't remember. Was it the kid from?
Years too.
It was the high school kid, if I remember right. The right-handed pitcher.
That throws 98. Why would you be mad at that?
Is that who it was? Maybe way off on this.
I have no idea.
I
I didn't watch a single pick.
You missed nothing, and I want Tyler to explain why he loves the MLB.
Because
draft.
it's part of why I love Major League Baseball. It's the same. So we talked about. So the Red Sox are like my number one team. Like if I had to like watch
You were one pick away.
No, why didn't
What the
he
heck are you
start?
doing? You were literally one.
He forgot what he was doing.
Nolan
Okay, the first baseman from Florida Atlantic.
Yeah, it's a silly pick.
Right.
Fair.
Well,
All right, so go ahead.
What I love about Major League Baseball is like I follow these guys. Well, so I'm a huge Red Sox. Like, that's my team. Like if I had to like watch one sport, one team for the rest of my life, it'd be the Red Sox. Right?
Okay.
It wouldn't be the Gators.
That's the
anything.
most unbelievable thing I've ever heard in my life.
that is so wild to me.
It doesn't. Are you surprised? Like, what
Yes,
team
because
do I know the
baseball is
most
so
about?
bad.
But what team do I know the most about, care about, tweet about, talk to you about begrudgingly?
I mean, the Red Sox, yeah.
it's the Red Sox. But the draft is so exciting because these are new guys that I get to follow in the farm system.
For 916 years.
That's what makes it so good. And guess what? When Jarren Duran comes up for the Red Sox, and I've been on this dude for like 3 years.
I'm going to tell you what I almost just said.
Things that.
But I've been
that-
on this guy for 3 years, watching him grow and develop and project, and then he finally comes and boom.
You're a super fan. That's the difference. You're
Yeah.
things that people normally say. I'm going to follow him in the farm system.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I follow all ours.
how many?
At least
What
top 10.
percentage of people do that?
3.
Percent.
0.03.
It's probably true. But I
Yeah.
don't think that makes the MLB draft useless.
It's useless because you can go the first overall pick and never freaking make it to Major League Baseball.
That's-
or you
bingo.
can go in the 20th round and you can make it in 4 years or
That's
3
what
years.
makes it
But that's-
so
that's-
not useless.
That's what makes it incredibly. Just sign as free agents to be done with it.
Yeah, that's the part that I don't like. Is that I don't. When am I going to see this guy? Am I going to die before he ever makes it?
You'll forget his name, I promise.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
like,
that is
whereas,
tough. That's
whereas
the challenge
like
of
Bryce
it.
Young goes number one. Like we know who that guy is. We're gonna watch
Same
him
with basketball.
quick. C.J. Stroud. We're gonna watch those guys quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, all these guys in the NBA.
Yeah.
We're gonna
Right,
watch them
no.
like right now. Hockey right now. They're making instant impacts.
Yeah, Wyatt Langford went 4 overall to the Rangers. You probably won't see him for 2.5 years.
That's nuts to me.
Yeah, that's fair. 2 years.
What?
Wyatt Langford, 2 years.
No, I think he's next year.
You think it's next year?
I do.
I'm with
He's
Clayton.
wrong.
I'm
I'll
with
bet.
Clayton.
I'll take any amount of money you want.
Tyler's another show bet.
Really?
Like wait.
With
Do you
the
mean,
Rangers.
Like starting? Do you mean like starting?
I mean, he plays in the major leagues not this year,
Like-
but next year.
Opening day. He's on the roster opening day.
You didn't say that.
That's
At
what I'm
some
saying.
point,
Opening day.
no, probably not.
Yeah,
opening
he'll get
day.
called up probably. He has a good shot of getting called up at the All-Star break if they're performing well.
and he's performing well.
And he can play outfield.
Yeah, well, but the thing is, like, what if
He's gotta develop in the
What if he
outfield.
goes in a bad stretch of 3 weeks and he hits 262 and then, like,
Major League Baseball doesn't care about that.
they don't
They don't give a crap about that. Man.
really.
No.
They don't care if a guy's hitting 240 in minor league baseball.
It depends. No, I don't think so. I really don't think so.
I've seen a lot of guys that were hitting 240 that were supposed to be
Not
really
the
good.
Wyatt Langfords of the world, dude. Not like your top pick overall, top 5 pick. No, that does not happen. They don't care.
So because they invested a little bit of money in this guy, they're going to send him up just because?
They're not. Let me put it this way: he won't not make it because of his hit tool, no matter what happens. I mean, if he hits like 100, yes, but if he's hitting 240, nah, they'll be fine.
Okay. I guess we'll find out. We probably won't find out because he's not going to hit 240.
And we'll never forget. We'll never remember this conversation.
Because it'll be 4 years from
Well,
now.
if he was on the Red Sox, we'd be talking about it.
Yeah, 4 years from now. Like, well, okay.
No, but like we drafted the Red Sox drafted Tristan Casas, and he was in the minor leagues for like 4.5 years, and he's a starter this year. Yeah.
That's so long to me.
I can't.
So he was like 18 out of high school. They just developed it. It was basically his college years. Played in the farm.
I'm like, I guess I'm the like.
He's one of my favorite players now because I've been watching it for so long. But then like,
You're a lifer, man. You're a
Dirt
super.
ball.
You're a super fan, though.
yeah.
What?
Trout hits 240 and the Angels don't care.
That's reckless.
That's because he's the most overrated player in the history of the game. Anyways,
The MLB draft is great.
it's awful.
It's incredible.
It's useless. There's no trades. Useless. It's a
That
useless
part-
night.
That part's hard. I wish there
useless
were trades.
night.
I wish there were trades.
They don't trade draft picks ever.
Yeah, I wish they would.
Like, it's a useless event.
I don't know.
And they have people on there that talk about the NFL Combine more than they talk about the actual
and
MLB
it's
draft.
super confusing.
That was all the tweets that I saw.
Like I don't. Chris doesn't even know like how confusing the MLB draft is.
I don't know how confusing it is, and
If
I
you
watch
have
it.
a guy that like you develop and you have a qualifying offer, okay, you get a qualifying offer to the free agent. If he doesn't sign with your team, and say the Detroit Tigers sign him, you get a pick for that. Makes no sense. No sense at all. You could draft a guy second round. This happened to the Red Sox a couple years back.
Right.
Drafted
When
Judd Fabian.
Right.
Doesn't sign with the Red Sox. Goes back and plays college. That doesn't happen in any other draft. And so the Red Sox get an extra pick the next year.
Yeah.
Because he didn't sign the guy. It's so
And that guy
bizarre.
won't play for 6 years. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I just can't get into it. I can't. I just.
Me
I,
either.
he
You don't,
gets,
really,
I fell
you
asleep.
don't really care about watching baseball that much either.
no,
fair.
not really. Not
To
really.
be fair.
Yeah, no, I don't. You're right.
Neither do you.
No, nobody does. You're the only one
Super
on the whole
fan.
planet.
Super fan.
Trey Lee, where
The
you
guy
at?
with-
I haven't seen Trey Lee in a while.
I'm
But he's
pissed
not
off.
watching baseball. I know that.
You know who else is a Red Sox fan this year? Clayton Steinrich.
Is he?
Yeah.
There's also someone else who's a Red Sox fan this year.
You too?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Go Sox.
Let's
Yeah,
go Sox,
absolutely.
baby.
Every single night.
Till they get to 78-9, and then whatever
6 and a
happens.
half.
All right, we're at an hour.
70,
one more
76
topic?
and a half. Yes, we must. Kurt and Mr. Hosford are
All right,
on the
let's
road.
let's do top 3 for them then, because I don't think they'll care about
Top-
Shohei versus Bo
Top
Jackson.
3.
Oh, I think so. I think
Top
that's a
three.
fun
They will?
conversation.
All right,
Top three what?
let's talk about this. So I had this. So I was seeing Bo Jackson highlights, and it made me think about Shohei Ohtani and comparing the two. So the question is, what is more impressive? What Shohei Ohtani is doing as a pitcher-hitter combo, or what Bo Jackson did as a football player-baseball player combo?
For me, just me personally, it's Bo. He did it in 2 sports at an elite
I
level.
thought you
in
said
both.
both for a second there.
No, it's
I
Bo.
thought he was going to go.
He didn't do it. He did it at an elite level in baseball, but not for very long. It was a short stint.
Okay, that's fine because he was a short stint because he had a situation that was out of his control.
I understand. So I'm on Team Shohei.
Yes, I love that.
Personally, I'm on Shohei. Do you have an opinion one way or the other?
Yeah, no, I do on this one. Yeah, I'm with Joey on Bo. It's 2 sports. It's 2 different skill sets. Like it's 2
It's
completely different.
It's like
So is
here
hitting
and here.
and pitching. Those
No,
are
it's
like
not.
no. You,
It's not.
vastly different.
If
No.
you
It's
played
not
baseball,
completely different.
if you played baseball,
yeah, you don't get
from
to go
your beginning,
You don't play 7-year-old baseball. I'm like, I'm just a pitcher, PO baby, and never swung a bat.
never. That's what you do your
I
entire
hear you,
life
but-
is
but
pitch
you
and
Throw,
hit.
you
so
throw, you catch, and you
crazy.
hit.
Dude, he's literally top 3 pitcher in the league and top 3 hitter in the league.
He's
I'm
very,
not-
very great at
I'm
baseball.
taking nothing away from Shohei
He is
Ohtani.
elite
Nothing.
at baseball. He is
He's
elite at
the
baseball.
best player in baseball right
I'm
now.
really curious
Yes.
what the chat is saying about this.
He is the best player.
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, he's the best player in
They're having their
baseball.
own conversation over
They're
there. I'm not
really
sure they're
bad.
listening. I think we might be muted, to be honest with you. But I'm here for it. No,
I'm not saying what Bo Jackson did isn't incredible, but Shohei is literally the best pitcher and the best hitter.
Okay, so I agree. So
That's unbelievable.
let's pause it
And
here.
it's never been done in the history of the sport.
So
besides
his
Babe Ruth.
so his skill set.
Neither has what Bo did.
So his skill set.
That's true.
His skill set. Right. He's very very good at
Michael Jordan did it.
pitching. Right. Pitching.
Should have said
Yes.
Dion.
And yeah, I was like Dion.
Yeah.
Pitching and hitting. He's very very good at that.
Insanely good, yes.
Yeah. Bo Jackson can hit, can run, can track a baseball, can also play with leverage.
He also
and
threw
pad
like
level.
130 from the outfield. So if he really wanted to pitch, he probably could have done that.
Right, but as far as like understanding an offense and understanding what he's supposed to do offensively and how and blocking and pass protections and everything that he had to do, that's a whole that's a whole separate skill set that he did at an elite level as well. And so like I think it's more impressive. I get the longevity and I get the fact that he didn't do it for a very long time, but doing it in two different sports at that level, it's
That's how I'm not saying. I think, like I said, I think Shohei Ohtani is the best player in baseball, and I think he's one of the most remarkable players I've ever seen in baseball.
I agree with that. I'll
Like,
buy that.
I love watching that guy play baseball. Other than the fact that he plays for the Angels, I really do. Outside of that small problem,
There's our sponsor, Josh McCardle.
yeah,
Bo.
pretty simple.
Yeah.
Bo.
Bro,
It's-
like Ronald Acuna is having one of the best years in baseball for the first half. Shohei Ohtani. So OPS plus is 100 is MLB average. Is the set average here. Ronald Acuna having one of the best seasons has a 162 OPS. That means he's 62% better than the average player in Major League Baseball. Shohei Ohtani's pitching OPS, because OPS is an offensive stat, is 182. So he's 82% better. He's 20% better than Acuna, who's one of the best players offensively. And then he also pitches and has like a 3.0 and throws 101.
I won't
with you.
speak for Joey. That's not my argument.
It's not mine either.
No.
I
But
think
but
the guy
both
is
of these
fantastic.
things- but Here's my point, okay? Hitting, he's doing stuff that is very, very, very rarely done. Pitching, he's doing something that's very, very, very rarely done. He's doing both of them. And nobody's done that since Babe Ruth when they were throwing 75.
Nobody runs the ball like Bo still to this day.
To this
I
to
agree.
this moment,
I agree.
nobody runs the ball like Bo Jackson.
I
And
agree. They're both nuts. Like,
Bo
it's a
Jackson
winning
ran up an outfield wall like it was a banked Daytona 500
Man, I know. I just can't.
after he tracked the baseball down. And Bo's so big. Shohei is tall too, but Bo's huge
yeah,
and moves like that. That's scary.
Bo is widely regarded as the greatest athlete of all time
Yeah.
by a lot of people.
You wouldn't get an argument from me.
And to be able to do it in both sports, I think that to me that's it. Like two sport.
Yeah. Again, I think Shohei is fantastic. I'm not
Yeah.
taking away anything from Bo, but from Shohei. But Bo's on a different level.
All right. Let's do
Dude, the chat is wild right now. It's everywhere.
Zach Mitchell said Ronald Acuna when I have Braves minus 1.5 is the greatest player of all time. I love that.
Hey, they asked somewhere up there what's better. I think it was Cooey asked what's better, Major League Baseball or college baseball.
Oh my gosh. This is a stupid question.
Oh wow.
Okay, wait. It's not a stupid question.
Okay, Tyler.
It's not a stupid
you're
question.
You're taking it out on somebody else.
It's not a stupid question. It's just a very wide discrepancy. I think it's Major League Baseball. I don't think it's very close. Tyson Ellis would disagree, and I respect Tyson's opinion.
I think
I'm with you. I'm Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I just there's such a huge parity between like the great players.
You guys want to talk about like quality of play?
It's way different.
It is what it's so like. There is NFL is a better quality brand of football than college, of course, but like it's not. It's like not even close to me. Baseball, college, and pro baseball.
I
do not-
enjoy the regionals, the super regionals, and the College World Series.
I like the pageantry of that. I love that. I like.
Here's my thing is
like for a good month. I think it's college baseball is probably more fun to watch. Just as a fan watching the game, not for gameplay, like you said earlier, both the college football. It's not for the gameplay.
That's
Just for the like you said, the pageantry and the overall tradition and all that of like it's more fun for me to watch college baseball in that month. Regular season, God no, give me MLB all day long.
You know what's crazy? I'm having a conflict with myself because for the same reason that I don't like college baseball is the reason I do like college football. I hate to watch a pitcher miss his spots and walk someone like repeatedly. It irks my nerves. I'm like, dog, throw it over the plate, please. By God, please.
Yeah.
Like, I understand like you're gonna miss here and there, but like when we're not missing close, like that bothers me. Or like when we like a routine ground ball, we make an error. That makes me like nauseous. Or like a PFP, pitcher can't field it right back to him. He throws the ball in right field. Makes me lose my mind. Maybe because I play baseball more, I don't know. Yeah. But in football, I guess maybe because I coach football, like a missed tackle, I'm like, yeah, it's part of the game.
Yeah.
Whereas like missing your spot, that's part of the game. So I'm a bit conflicted there.
Mr. Brian Dick said, I would watch any college sport over any pro sport. That doesn't surprise me. Brian's probably the biggest Gator fan I know.
Yeah. But, like, I'm watching college basketball over pro basketball any day.
Yeah, I'm too. I can't stand it.
Yeah, I hate NBA basketball.
The NBA, the product is just...
Yeah.
Now, the finals, whenever you had two teams that actually played basketball, I did enjoy that.
Yeah.
The final, because they played basketball.
Well, they
we
played
talked
basketball,
about
yeah.
it on here.
It wasn't just ISO basketball. It wasn't just a one-on-one game with going back and forth. It was actual basketball with team basketball, which I love. But that's like...
Think of a sport
that you would rather...
Like college. Or like Brian said, like a pro hockey. Don't want to watch college hockey.
It's
Not
so
even
slow.
a little bit.
It's like gross.
I've watched it.
That's
and
worse
it's just a much slower
than
paced
baseball.
game.
It's not good.
Which is half of what makes
Pro
it
hockey
fun.
over college hockey, of course.
Give me college softball over pro softball, mainly because I've never seen a pro softball game on TV.
Yeah, that's because it
It
doesn't
does exist.
Does it really?
Yeah, they have a pro softball league. They have a draft and everything.
Yeah.
It's more useful than the MLB draft. I'll tell you that.
No doubt.
Just real quick, I want to go back to this. First of all, everyone is on your opinion, on your side on Bo.
Thank
I
God.
don't think it's. I think it's pretty close. Just to be clear, I don't think it's like a wide discrepancy. If Shohei does it for another 15 years at this level, maybe not 15 years. Let's say 12.
I was like, he still has to do it for longer too, though.
Yeah, he does. If he does it for another 12 years, for 17 years straight, he's the top 3 hitter, top 3 pitcher in the league for 17 years in a row.
Yeah, he's the greatest player of all time.
He's already the greatest player of all time. That's the point. I think he's already the greatest player ever.
Shohei?
Like,
Stop
we're
it.
not we're not talking about like links.
Stop
just
it.
the actual ability to play baseball. Yeah.
Who do you think you are right now?
We're talking about.
I
ability.
am!
I'm not. That's the greatest sport of all time. I'm not talking about like longevity.
He's talking to a 12-year-old in that.
That's Barry Bonds. We all agree on
Okay.
that. I'm just talking like the actual ability to play the game of baseball. Because Barry couldn't pitch.
Is
He
Shohei
probably
30 years old?
Yes.
Yeah, he's 30.
But he's not doing it when he's 47.
I said 12 years. I backed it up.
42?
I backed it up. Yeah.
Thanks, Yags. Fact checked.
Which is possible. I think Verlander's like 41.
Maxwell's insane.
I think he's
What
like-
Max?
You're talking about how great the NBA is compared to college basketball.
No, I don't think anybody agrees with that besides Maxwell.
Yeah.
No offense.
Most NBA fans don't even
And that's
agree
coming
with that
from a
anymore.
guy that nobody agrees with here, with Shohei. Just so we're clear, which has been.
Yeah, March Madness is greater than the NBA playoffs. Absolutely agree.
Oh, my.
March
even
Madness
close.
is the best tournament, best playoffs.
It's my favorite sporting event. So
For me, it's the playoffs. Hey, Brian. Don't do that.
So
Don't.
30. I don't disagree with you, Yax. I don't disagree. 12 years is pushing it. He can maybe do it for another
Maxwell was
8
all about NCAA basketball when FSU was good. We sold our soul to football, so you are right. Basketball is it's done, and that's okay. I'm happy for that. You said you wanted to get to something, Tyler.
I don't remember what that was.
the trio.
The trio, the best 3.
Want to do
I
it?
don't think you've seen this.
I have.
Yeah,
you
this
have?
is for the moment. While you're looking that up,
Maybe
and while
I
you're
haven't.
finding that, I'm going to talk about Lake City Country Club.
Oh,
Or
I
the
love
country
that.
club at Lake
Oh,
City.
if I send you a picture right now, could you put it up there?
Sure. Why not?
No, it's important. I should have done this a long time ago. So
It's all right. It's all right. You're forgiven.
all right.
Ellie De La Cruz is very good at baseball. I enjoy watching him play. Actually,
Yeah,
He has been for about 15 games.
yeah,
But he's
And
electric.
he's electric for
He's
15.
electric for all those 15.
The
The Reds are fun too.
Reds are fun.
If you're not watching the Reds, nobody's watching the Reds.
well, you're
Try to
not,
watch at
but-
least a game or two. They're incredibly fun.
No,
to watch.
I have watched them. I watch them when I don't have
I put it up
reasons
there.
to watch them.
Yeah, they're extremely fun.
Yeah, I enjoy the Reds. Anyways, Country Club at Lake City. Definitely go see them. play a little golf there, eat a little lunch, eat a little dinner.
Come through yet.
Wednesday through Sunday they have or Saturday, excuse me, they have a different menu than normal. It's always a little more fancy on the nighttime menu, but the lunchtime menu, man, the lunchtime menu solid always. Give them a call 752-2266. Schedule a tea time, get you a membership there, or like I said, just go eat lunch. Like this picture that is coming.
It's a very odd Apple formatted file, so I gotta flip it to a.
What do you mean? I took it with my. I didn't take it with an Android. I have a phone.
Yeah, I said
Sitters, I got a regular phone.
It's a green. It's not a green. You
No,
don't have green?
no, it's a blue box.
You're entering into a world that you don't understand right now. You're entering into
You're
a
Why-
about to enter a world of pain.
Why does my phone? Every time I pull up my picture, like to take a photo, it's on 2 times. Like,
I think you can set a default.
it's stupid. Why the heck is it not 1, just normal?
I think most people are.
I never did that.
If you want the answer, so like, oh my lord, that's a huge file.
See, this isn't on me.
No, this is kind of on you.
Dude, I took a regular photo while I'm eating my lunch.
I only say it's kind of on you because it's so last minute. So we're trying to get it in there.
Oh,
Right
okay,
now,
that part is on me. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine. Look how good
look
those
at the
chicken.
anticipation
Look
building.
at those
though.
chicken wings. Are you serious right now?
It does look
Were they
really
as good as they have been in
Yeah.
previous times?
Yeah. For real, they really were good.
And those aren't those like Winn-Dixie wings either. Those are pretty good size.
No,
Listen,
those are,
Johnny fries them things up. Now.
they're good.
Those look really
Good. I mean, they don't sponsor the show, so forget them. Beef O'Brady's have been there sometimes, bro. They'll be raw, all on the bone. Can't do it.
I said we're all on the boat.
Yeah, be careful biting into it, because
Because it might still be frozen.
yeah, it'll be like gooey right there. It'll pull.
Oh,
it'll stick
bro.
to the bone. Those wings that we just had up there,
Rubbery, dude. You
Oh.
ever eat some like rubbery chicken?
yeah, those were not delicious. Go get wings from them. Like so good,
Dude.
so good.
Maxwell said, "Y'all are nuts. You would rather watch players like Colin Castleton when players like Giannis and sadly even LeBron exist." Yeah, pretty simply, I would. If I wanted to watch ISO basketball, I'd go to the freaking park up here. I don't want to watch ISO basketball all day. Sorry, Zach. It's just not the case.
For me, I don't like the 3-point shot. Like
Yeah, I don't either.
it just takes so okay. The 3-point shot is impressive. I get it, but it just takes so many other elements of basketball out of the
What
game.
it is, you know what it is you don't like or you don't value finesse over physicality.
No, and you're exactly right. I want
what it
like go
is.
bloody someone's nose. That's what I'm looking for.
I like the different contrasting styles in college basketball. That's why I enjoy college basketball
Yeah.
more. Like I like the style matchups and like one team's fast, one
Strategy.
team's slow.
Yep.
Like that's not really the case in NBA.
I will say to Maxwell's point, I do not like watching bad college.
Oh, I hate
basketball.
watching
that's
bad
bad.
college basketball too.
I think that's what he's talking about. Like Florida State, like we like the Seminoles. It was so bad. Like, well, never mind. He just said a bunch of white boys from Villanova. So sorry, Max. I can't. I was trying to throw the life raft out there, but I hate watching bad college basketball.
Yeah.
Hate it. Despise it. It's the worst.
I
just
bad
like
basketball in
watching-
general. I agree. I don't want to watch it.
But
don't
bad
like
college
watching
is
that
worse
stuff.
because they don't make shots.
Valid.
Shoot it, brick it,
There's
rebound
also
it.
353 teams in college basketball.
Other end, shoot it, brick it, rebound it. It's like, okay, guys.
The only sport
To
that,
his
that I
defense-
don't mind if it's bad is college football. I'll watch Hawaii versus some crap all the time.
Same.
Now, earlier I asked a question, and neither one of you said that y'all would rather watch college football over NFL football. Y'all
That's
chose
because
NFL.
there is no bad NFL football.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying, yeah, there is. Yeah, there is. It's going to happen right here in week 2. Washington and fucking the Broncos. Who's watching that?
And Russell Wilson's still a top 20 quarterback on the planet right now.
Well, there's only 32, so that's not a
So he's better than
compliment.
everybody in college, right? So it's probably a better player.
Maybe not. No, he's not better than everybody in college. No way.
Yeah, I agree with that. There's no way he's better than everyone in college.
Hell no.
Who's better?
Than Russell Wilson in college right now?
Yeah, in college right now, is Caleb Williams is better than Russell Wilson. If you put him on-
1,000% yes.
you
Give me
put
Caleb Williams.
Drake May, let's go.
Stop it. You
Yeah.
put Caleb Williams and Drake May on Denver today.
100%. Like if you like gave them like camp and stuff to get up and going, yeah, of course. Yeah, 100%. A million times.
Well, let's
I can-
ask Clayton who
I
he would
can-
rather have on his team.
I can have a conversation with Caleb Williams. I will not have the conversation with Drake May.
He's
will
better.
not.
He's a better passer.
I will not have that.
Drake May
conversation.
is a better passer than Caleb Williams.
The guy completes like 60 1% against ACC defense.
Because Chuck Longo is his freaking OC, bro. Like, relax. I don't know his name. He has the worst freaking. You might make me curse right here. He has the worst flat top straight from the 1970s barbershop. Like, stop it.
What's the accent?
I don't know. I don't know what I said wrong.
I don't know either.
I don't know. I think he's mad at both of us. This side of the table.
Yeah, I'm good with
Stay
that.
strong.
Washington will only lose that game by 7. Okay, that maybe, I guess.
He just keeps saying embarrassing over and over and over again.
Yeah,
Well, that was only 2, but it's okay.
I'll admit we'll give Yak some break.
That could be a terrible take, but I don't think it's like that far off.
I mean, it was like half-assed
How
a joke,
old's Russell
but
Wilson right now?
not really.
How old is
Really.
he?
33,
33.
34 maybe.
If we're
A
the
lot
same
of
age,
his a lot of his values tied up in his legs. He's getting older. I mean, it's not a crazy thing to say that a fresh.
oh
Caleb
no,
Williams-
listen.
That's
listen.
not like that crazy.
They're allowed to
He's
have
a year-
opinions.
He's a year away from being in the league.
Yeah,
Like one single season. That's all we're talking about.
yeah,
No.
So do you take CJ Stroud over Russ right now?
Yeah, I would.
yeah.
I would.
Like for this year?
I'm
I'm not talking about years in advance. Of course, if I'm starting a franchise, do I take Caleb Williams or Russell Wilson? Holy crap, yes. But I'm talking about in the present
Thank
moment.
God Clayton's not here right now. It would be insufferable.
He'd be so mad. He's typing
That'd
up
be
right. He's
insufferable.
typing right now. Like
Oh
he's.
my God.
It's a book.
I don't think
He's
he's, in the
typing.
chat. He's either not watching right now or he's so disgruntled, dismayed. Another
He broke his
discord.
computer. He broke his computer. So we don't think Drake May's good?
I think Drake May is fine.
Dude, Joey was the biggest Drake May lover of all time.
A
like
1,000%
13
A year ago.
hours ago.
No, it was a year ago. And then I watched him play every week. It was pretty hard to watch. Bet on North Carolina this year and tell me. Do it.
No. It has nothing to do with North Carolina. It has everything to do with.
Chad Eddie over Russell Wilson. Oh man. Hey,
I'm with Maxwell. He's
I
not
don't-
wrong here.
I don't know any of these people in the chat like personally, but I feel like a connection. I love you guys.
Yeah, no doubt. Me too. I'm not done talking. I mean,
I kind of feel like I'm on like a Joey episode. Like I'm the new Joey picking.
I
Shohei.
feel like what I'm gonna do is just keep talking for the longest time. When they drop off, and we'll just talk to Trey and Kurt while
No,
they.
we've got
while
another
they
topic. We've got the best big three in college. You want to do that right now?
Yeah, let me look up these Drake May stats real quick.
All right. While we're doing that,
Yeah,
sitters, we really appreciate you.
yeah, do that.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, Joey, he sucks.
I didn't say he sucked.
I can't. Wait
I said betting on North Carolina.
4,321 yards last year, 38 touchdowns,
Uh huh.
six interceptions,
Talk to me.
and then an 83 QBR, which is good for 9th nationally.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I'll take that.
I would too.
I will definitely take that.
I was hoping he'd come to.
I probably wouldn't take Jay May over Russell Wilson right now.
Yeah, but-
They're
but-
obviously
but-
a
but
little
to
bit
dis-
over the top.
yes.
but
to dismiss it,
the
yeah,
idea
no, stop
altogether. Like Caleb Williams is really close.
Russ has been going the wrong way in a
Really
while.
close.
He's been going the wrong way for a while.
For a year.
You
2
literally just last year, a calendar year, we're not putting him in your top 15.
Bro, the
Or
Seahawks,
something like that.
The Seahawks are like, yeah, let me ride with Geno Smith.
Yeah, you are a Russ Wilson hater.
He really
No, I'm not a
is.
Russell Wilson hater.
You didn't put him in your top 10.
He's
You
not
just,
in the top 10.
You just put him in the top 20.
He is in the top 20. About 19, 18, 17, 18, 19, 20, somewhere in that range.
I don't think that's
And
fair.
I don't
that's
think
fair.
I don't think Drake May's a top 20 quarterback on the planet. I'm sorry that I'm wrong on that. I did not.
I
realize.
don't
That's
disagree with
crazy
you on
to
that.
me.
I don't disagree. I think
That
Drake
is
May-
absolutely
let's take Drake May.
asininely
Let's take
crazy
Drake
that
May
y'all
out.
think
I
that
we
Drake
agree.
May is a
We
top
don't.
20 quarterback on
We
this
both-
planet.
We both just said that we don't actually think that. But I think it's a lot closer than what you're pretending it is.
Yeah, he's probably in the 40s.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So no, he's probably
He's
Mid-30s.
under 40s.
mid 30s. Mid
I would concede like 34 to 39.
Jacoby Brissett. Who would you have?
Drake May.
Jameis Winston.
Jameis Winston.
Yeah, I
Me
have
too.
James
I
too.
wanted to make you. I just want to make you say Jameis Winston. I just want to make you say Jameis Winston. That's all.
Geno Smith is better than Russell Wilson. You dang right he is.
I'm right.
You dang right he is.
He had a
Geno
better
Smith.
year.
Geno Smith made the Pro Bowl.
So did me and you.
Hey, no, we did not.
Yeah, we did.
I didn't.
We both made the Pro Bowl last year as
No, we
quarterback.
That's not
Pro
true.
Bowl's terrible.
That's a lie.
I hate it. They should dismiss it.
They did.
Like,
Just
totally
serious.
not.
I want to get this. Like, you would rather have Russell Wilson than Caleb Williams right now?
If I'm starting a franchise or this year alone,
This year.
This year,
yeah, give me Russell Wilson.
I think it's a lot closer.
And
than
you listen,
like a snap.
both of you know how much I love Caleb Williams. I think Caleb Williams is fantastic.
Yeah, did you?
I just
So then, what are we talking about?
we're
You
talking
think
about
the learning
we're talking
curve
about
is-
a 12-year NFL vet that's won a bad word
Dude,
Super
that was
Bowl.
a long time ago, brother.
Okay.
That's a lot. That Russell Wilson is long gone.
Okay. Well, what's Caleb Williams done? How many championships he won?
Joey,
I'm asking.
he's played college football a few years. I understand the argument, but we're talking about a guy that's young, has potential, high ceiling. Like
Right,
Russell
and
Wilson,
for
whose
a
ceiling is higher?
franchise.
Whose ceiling is higher?
For
Caleb
the
Williams
year?
or Russell Wilson?
For
Yes.
it's Russell Wilson by a
Dude,
mile.
No, it's not. The ceiling.
I can't fathom having this conversation right now.
Do you think
If
it's
we
the
were
ceiling?
talking,
What do you
if
think
we
the
were
ceiling?
talking
We're
Bryce Young, we were talking
Absolute
Bryce
peak.
Young.
What Joey is leaning into, and it's what I'm having a hard time leaning into because he's making this literal.
He is. He is.
There's a
Me and
learning
you are
curve.
more
There's a
theoretical.
learning
Yes,
curve.
We all know.
Yes,
Yes,
there's a
yes,
learning
yes.
curve between college football and the NFL.
Okay.
Okay, we understand that.
Right.
Like arm talent, physical ability is not. It's not all that close to me.
He literally said this is a literal situation. He said, "Would you rather have Russell Wilson or Caleb Williams?"
He also said, give him time to transition.
Well, yeah, like
A
I said,
camp, OTAs, offseason.
oh yeah,
fall
he can have
camp.
all of that. Give me Russell Wilson.
I'm just saying, he's making it literal, and that's okay.
I just don't think we're talking. So ceiling, next year. What about next year? He has another year.
Let's do that. 2-year window.
Okay, then
2 year
A
window.
1-year window, I won't argue with you
So
because
you
there
think-
is
this
a drop off.
This is my point. You think a 2 years, his ceiling gets that much higher over the next 2 years?
yes,
Really?
We're probably about to find out what they are.
he's 21 years old. Yeah, I think a lot happens between the ages of 20 and 23. I do.
I mean, Joe, I don't disagree with anything that you are saying. Not one thing, but we're talking about the extremes. Like every single break goes right for Caleb Williams over just normal Russell Wilson.
Normal Russell Wilson's a top 20 quarterback on the planet.
But what is absolute
The planet.
peak Caleb Williams right now? Peak.
Pete Caleb Williams. It's so hard to say. I don't.
He's not top 20 on the planet.
No, he's not. He's not.
Brian Dixon Lake City is a better passer of the football than Russell Wilson.
Well,
Hey,
Brian
but
Dix is a
can
different
spin it.
dude.
Brian
Not
can
Brian
spin
right
that
now.
thing.
I'll take Brian right now.
Brian right now, if he throws 40 passes, he's going to have
I don't
at
need-
least 2 shoulder surgeries.
Beth, I don't need anyone to agree with me. I'm my own. I'm me.
I was waiting on you to
I'm
say
him.
it.
I'm him.
I was waiting.
Chris
I
agreed.
I agree with you.
I
I
was
agree.
gonna say, Chris agreed
But
with
you
you.
already called me stupid before too.
I-
So
I like me.
Silly.
yeah.
I'll bet on me.
Okay, silly and stupid are very similar.
All right, let's hop off this train. Let's go better 3. Top 3 here. Top 3. Top 3 here. This has been a fun night.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
That's a little small. Let's make it a little bit bigger.
Yeah, enlarge that thing. It's 10:30, man. It's 10:30. If you're still here, you get it.
They still got 700 miles.
Hey.
What's happening?
Oh,
Hey, there we go. We got Yaks on the right side there. Mr. Brian throws a mean spiral. Give me
Yeah, he
Mr.
does.
Brian.
I agree with that.
No doubt.
Like I said,
Ask Josh
after
McCardle.
40.
oh my gosh.
Ask Josh McCardle.
All right, name a bitter big 3. Joey, read that off.
I don't remember what it is.
It's the name a bitter big 3.
Oh, name a better big 3 than Auburn's Bo Jackson, Charles Barkley, and Frank Thomas.
All right, Joey and I had the conversation off air a little bit. There was a couple good ones in the comments too. Let me try to pull that up so I can.
While you're doing a great comment we have here by Zach Maxwell is Alex Hornibrook is better than Russell Wilson.
Oh,
Man, I
forgot that name existed.
was so bad. Oh my god.
Listen, my favorite part about that was Florida State fans were ecstatic about that guy being there.
They were.
He's not going to turn the ball over. He's really good. He can't throw it 10 yards. Can't. Physically can't.
Lethal simplicity.
people on Twitter are absolutely nuts. So I pulled it. This is a tweet, sitters, and someone in the chat put Lamar Jackson, Donovan Mitchell, and Johnny Unitas. Where are you pulling Johnny Unitas out of?
Did he play for Louisville?
He had to have.
I don't know, but it's still 2 football players. It's
I
the
know,
whole
that doesn't
point of
matter.
Big
Yes.
Three.
Yeah. No,
That
nope.
doesn't fit.
Doesn't work.
This
Listen.
is a really good one, I thought. Burrow, Shaq, and Bregman.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty good one.
All right, read yours because I like this. This is good.
Mine?
Or no, the one that was on the screen.
Oh,
The original one. Auburn, I believe.
yeah.
Oh, we did.
Oh, you already did. It was
Yeah,
Bo.
Bo Jackson, Charles Barkley, and Frank Thomas.
That's
That's
freaking.
really good.
That's freaking good.
It's pretty good.
It is solid.
Hey, go back to where you were because I loved where you were. That's a cheat sheet.
Yeah, I know. This is a pretty good one.
Who's the best Big Three at your school?
I need him to scroll some more.
This
but-
is a good one. Travis Kelsey, Oscar Robertson, Sandy Koufax.
That's
Sandy
solid.
Koufax, a really good pitcher. for
Yeah,
the Dodgers,
yeah.
If you don't know. Dude, some of these people.
I knew Sandy Koufax. bro.
Yeah, I
I
Some
knew-
of these sitters do not know.
I'm going to go everybody in this chat knew who Sandy
They've at least heard his name.
They knew who Sandy Koufax was. Everybody.
Florida's is decent right there.
We probably everybody in our chat, yeah.
If you go to women's sports, I
But
think
this
Florida
is not
has a
correct.
chance.
Just so we're clear.
Tim Tebow?
Tim Tebow is correct. Al Horford is correct. Lauren Hagler is not correct.
Yeah, no. I didn't realize.
Me and Joey talked about this. If we include women's sports, it's
Like
Abby
all of
Wambach.
women's sports.
It's
It's
Abby
Abby
Wambach,
Wambach.
and it's not even close.
Oh, the soccer
She's the
player.
soccer player, yeah.
Don't you guys
Greatest
have a new
women's soccer
swimmer
player
now
of
too?
We have Ryan Lochte. We have snap. We have what's her name?
Yeah.
Can't think of her name. Starts with
The
an L.
Olympian,
Yeah, who like broke every.
Katie Ledecky.
Katie
Dude, that
Ledecky.
is-
Look at this guy. He's Chris loves the Olympics.
What a
I love the Olympics. We know that. Like
What a
Ledecky is so great. I would think if you put one of those in there, then like yeah, we have a chance. I think Florida State is tough. Like do you go Charlie Ward? Do you go Winky? Do you go Peter Ward? Like
You've got
Ward
catcher
Dunn.
Buster Posey.
Jameis Winston.
yeah, I mean Jameis Winston, Buster Posey. Like
I think those are really good three. I think Florida State is a really good
the
three.
basketball is gonna be the issue.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah.
Who's the basketball player there?
I mean, the basketball player is gonna be the issue. You got baseball, football, solid.
Terrence Mann,
Yeah, Dwayne Bacon.
Dwayne Bacon.
Before that, Al Thornton.
Charlie.
Charlie Ward. That's what I'll do. I'll cheat. I'll
You go
go.
with Charlie Ward. And
I'll
have him do both.
go. Yeah, I'll go like Winky or Warwick Dunn or something like that. Charlie Ward at
I
basketball.
mean, Charlie Ward had like a 10-year NBA career. It
Yeah, he
wasn't
went and played
like
with the
bad.
Knicks for a long time.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, that's not a bad pick. And then Buster Posey
Yep,
or
Maxwell.
JD Drew.
Maxwell's on board there with Charlie Ward for basketball.
Yeah. JD
Yeah.
Drew too. JD Drew was really good. Buster Posey is probably the right answer, but JD Drew was really good at shortstop
Yeah,
for a while.
Buster's elite.
I think both. It's got to be Buster.
It definitely is, but I'm saying JD
Largely
Drew was good
'cause
too.
Catcher.
Yeah,
There's
so
not a lot of
Jameis,
elite
Jameis,
catchers.
Buster, and Charlie Ward.
Ward, yeah.
That's pretty solid.
Texas has a really good one. Vince Young, Kevin Durant, Roger Clemens.
Oh God.
Yikes. Good luck.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
probably.
who beats Texas?
I don't know that anybody beats Texas.
What was LSU?
And they could have had Ricky Williams. They could have had a lot of guys.
Burrow, Shaq, and Bregman. Bregman probably the weakest one there.
Yeah,
Definitely
but
the
Bregman's a
weakest one.
pretty freaking good player, though.
No, I was just
But he's-
look. I was saying names. I didn't say Winky over Winston. I just mentioned his name.
Well, that's 100%.
He came-
100%. That's going to be the name of the show.
Winky over Winston.
100%.
That's how it should be. No, Winky came before Winston, so that's why we went Ward, Winky, Winston. In that
Yeah.
order. That's how they came through.
That's just how they went through.
And they all were Heisman's and all national champions. So like we
Right.
just went in order,
just went in order, yeah.
chronological.
Ooh, dang. North Carolina, Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
Lawrence Taylor, and Mia Hamm.
Ooh,
Ooh.
That is strong.
Mia
That is-
Hamm in there. I like that.
Because she's like 1 or 2 in soccer ever.
I love
Michael
her.
Jordan, number 1,
I
obviously.
love her.
Lawrence Taylor, I mean, you don't have to say
Probably
much.
the best defensive player ever.
Yeah.
Can't go there.
No?
No.
Who
There's a guy
is?
named Ed Reed or Ray Lewis or
You didn't get to watch a lot.
This
Taylor,
dude
you were
put
young.
Tim Tebow,
no.
Pete Alonso, and then Bradley Beal over Horford? I mean, Beal's good.
I was gonna say that's not a crazy stretch or reach. I don't
Yeah.
think.
Joakim Noah.
How did we get
Corey
Bradley Beal
Brewer?
that 1 year?
Yeah, I like that. Tennessee.
I was gonna say
that's-
Peyton.
Peyton.
Peyton Manning.
Todd Helton probably is who the baseball
Todd
player
Helton,
is.
yeah.
Todd Helton.
I don't know who that basketball player is.
I've never heard of Bernard King in my life. Still don't know if that's a real person.
Yeah, Bernard King is like second leading scorer of all time, maybe.
Yeah. Florida's got some good ones, man. Like swimmers too. Ryan Lochte, Caleb Jessel.
Do you think
Holloway,
like
Sprinter.
Lawrence is that unanimous? Can we ask that question in the chat?
What is
What
it?
is it?
Is Lawrence Timmons unanimously the best defensive player of all time?
I don't think it's unanimous, but it's arguable. It's definitely like he's in the conversation
Top
without
three,
question.
It's not probably. He's easily the best.
This goes back to our Bo. We're going to circle around here nicely. Bo in baseball, football, and track. That's funny.
Yeah, I think LT is, like I said, in my opinion.
Maybe I just can't get
Terrell
maybe I just
Suggs,
can't.
James Harden, Barry Bonds.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that's Maryland.
No, that's Arizona State.
Oh, Arizona
Arizona
State.
State for James, yeah.
That's pretty solid.
That is.
Yeah, that's good.
So this one, they do Joe Burrow, Shaq, and Dylan Cruz, and/or I guess you could do Skeens. I don't hate that either.
Ed Reed is arguably the best safety to ever play the game.
So is Ronnie Lott.
Yeah, I mean Ronnie Lott. Hunter was -10
Sam Cassell. I knew there was a point guard at Florida State.
before. Yes,
Yeah. I knew there was
Sam
a point guard at
Cassell.
Florida State. I was thinking like Bob Sura and people like that, but definitely Sam Cassell. was
Cassell, the
the guy.
glove.
Yeah, that's who
No,
I was
that's
thinking
Gary
of
Payton.
too.
The glove is Gary Payton.
Yeah.
Sam Cassell just had a really good career though.
Yeah, that was good. That was good.
Yeah, good call, Mr. Coach Hosford.
Yeah, that's why he could do that.
You got to read the comment.
He said from Clayton.
Yeah.
I don't know many other defenders who could disrupt the game like that off horse tranquilizers. Aaron Donald does it every Sunday, so without the tranquilizers.
Lawrence Taylor and Tom Brady are my goats. Zachary Maxwell.
Man, that's crazy. I didn't realize there was that much LT love. Maybe I just can't get past the person of LT.
All right.
Different dude.
Why don't you?
A little bit of a checkered past, checkered future.
Tyler Touch. All right.
Oh goodness! Think about that, Twitter sitters. Put it on Twitter for us, not Twitters. That was pretty bad, wasn't it?
Oh, hey,
In the Twitter?
now we should ask. By the way, it was 92% of them would be down with doing a DFS.
Those
league with us.
8%.
Who are they?
That 8%.
What a
man.
square to vote no.
Hey, can I tell you something, Joey?
Tell me.
I said a bad word
I've been setting up
in the
for this-
chat.
I've been setting up for this moment for so long because I knew if someone put no, Chris would be irate.
So it was you.
It was me.
You did it?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I called you a bad word.
I was
So I
dying
called
laughing.
you a bad name. Oh, my
I, was,
fault.
I thought
I'm
about
sorry.
it. I was gonna vote yes, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I thought, gosh, Chris is gonna be so mad if someone puts no.
Yeah, I mean, Clayton, I do
need
too,
chess.
but it's,
Oh my gosh.
that's tough. For me, it's tough.
That was tough. Mean Joe Green.
Yeah.
Did Butkus. Nah. I like him, but
It's so
They're not
hard
LTs.
to bring guys.
When
From
we
like
start
the
going
60s
like different generations and stuff.
when the play is just so different.
Yeah.
Like the athletes and stuff.
I know what he was then, of course.
Like,
It's
you
the same thing
cannot-
with Ronnie Lott. Like Ronnie Lott was that dude, no doubt.
I think Ronnie Lott could play today. Maybe at the age that he is.
Yeah.
Ronnie Lott's game translates. He was fast. He was big. He was athletic. He was strong.
Yeah, he was. No, he was all those things. Like you can't be dismissive of Ed Reed, who's the best ball hawking safety that's ever walked the planet.
Yeah.
There's nobody that could play cover. Ask Bill Belichick. Like I'm not arguing with you guys about defense. Like I'm just not. Like I'm really.
with me.
No, I'm just really not. Like, to be dismissive of Ed Reed, like I'm just not gonna do it. You guys can have that.
Are you gonna do it,
He's
Chris?
top 3.
Ed Reed?
Yeah, he's top 3.
Yeah.
That's a good show. Got anything else?
What do you guys think about Deion Sanders?
Not in the conversation.
No.
No, I don't have a whole lot. I will wish good luck to Mr. Hosford and Kurt in
Absolutely.
their venture. Y'all
We'll
guys
give you an hour 30.
drive safe. I don't know how much longer we're
A
going.
long time. They got a long time to go.
They're not. There's.
Let's still be on YouTube.
Are y'all
breaking
driving
a
all the way
I
through?
was gonna say, are y'all breaking this
No
up?
way. You're not driving all the way through.
Not leaving at 8 o'clock at night.
No.
I don't know. I kind of like driving at night, low key.
Hey, what's that? Me too. With children?
Yeah.
You have to, but they don't have children.
Well,
No, not in the car with them.
I know, but
They don't have-
you know,
No, I don't. I don't know what.
sometimes when Trey loses,
Oh, wow. No, he didn't, Trey. No, he didn't.
Trey's gonna come back with I don't ever lose. Maybe
Nolan Ryan, Larry Bird, Joe Namath.
Pretty solid.
Where was that?
I have no idea where Nolan Ryan played college baseball.
Or Larry Bird. Where did Larry
Or
Bird
Joe
play?
Indiana State. I know Larry Bird was at Indiana
Well,
State.
that's where they had them all play.
Dude, Indiana State.
That's elite for Indiana State.
The Sycamores. I don't know.
Palomalu.
I don't think Nolan Ryan went to Indiana State.
We got a fact check.
Yeah,
We're getting a fact check.
Pause.
Pause live on the show. We're getting a fact check. Reggie White also.
Yeah, great player. Green Bay Packers. Great player.
Look how close he has to get the phone to his face.
Look at him.
It's so normal.
The camera can see it too. Look at
I
him. He's
know.
doing it in the
No,
camera.
I can't help it.
Alabama really doesn't dabble all that great outside of football. Like baseball,
No.
I'm like, Basketball, I know they had that dude this year.
Oh, Joe Namath played at Alabama.
Yeah, I did. I should have just went to that
Oh, yeah,
It'd be better
yeah,
if
I
he
knew
was doing what
that.
we were doing.
because Nolan Ryan, I didn't go to college.
Indiana State. Yeah, he went straight it through.
Yeah,
A lot of guys did back in the day.
yeah.
That's a guy that could play today.
Nolan Ryan.
Yeah. Dude, I hate arguing with people. I have a cousin that loves to talk about like the purity of baseball and how it's changed and how pitch clock is so bad and stuff. I'm like, man, they're trying to protect guys' arms. And the argument is always, well, Nolan Ryan can do it. And I'm like, you're not wrong.
Yeah,
But Nolan Ryan is different.
yeah.
He's very different. That dude could throw 140 probably 3 days in a row.
Yeah, you're now.
96 every pitch.
Yeah. He wasn't that hard, was he?
No, he was harder.
Yeah, he was hard.
Oh, wow.
No, he was like firm. Like
Yeah.
Well, 96 is firm.
they say that like people. Well, yeah, true. But people that like were around in his prime that are still around now, they're like the ball just came out of his hand different. Like it was a different sound. Like
He was a
maybe
psychopath.
maybe radar guns are a little different now. Maybe they're a little more juiced. Nobody really knows that to be certain. But they say that if you put Nolan Ryan up against the guys of today, like anybody today, the feel of Nolan Ryan's baseball was harder than anybody today.
But I'll say this: they're also comparing it to other guys. So other guys were throwing 88 and he's throwing
That's true.
97.
That's
Yeah.
true.
So they're thinking 8 miles an hour difference. I mean, I would agree.
That's valid.
So-
Good point.
I cannot name another Alabama baseball player either.
One.
What about basketball player?
What about South Carolina? They've had good baseball players, so I feel like they're kind of sneaky. They're okay in basketball. South Carolina?
Yeah, what baseball players? Name them.
Jackie Bradley Jr. But they're a pretty
You
good
said
baseball
good.
school. I'm just saying, like, they're a good baseball school.
Yeah, they are.
So I would
just-
assume that
I'm not versed enough in my South Carolina baseball to name
No,
a
I'm
single
not
player.
either. But I just know, like, historically, they've been a really good
Andrew
baseball
Eister.
program.
I can name one player.
What about
Andrew
Georgia? Georgia, they're like so good.
Yeah, that's true, too.
Like what? Who?
They've been...
Herschel Walker. That's easy.
Eister. Anthony, what's the kid that just got drafted a couple
Yeah,
years ago?
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, there you go.
And then
Anthony Edwards.
they need a baseball player.
Yeah, that's hard to find.
Yuck. Ohio State. Greg
baseball.
Oden. Greg Oden
No,
basketball.
no baseball.
Greg Oden.
Greg Oden.
Dude,
And
you
then
can't count Greg Oden.
why not?
Because, dude,
He played a year.
he can't even walk now.
He did not have a problem dunking when he played Ohio State. Football, they got a bajillion football players they could choose
Gordon
from.
Beckham
Gordon Beckham, baseball?
for Georgia.
Oh, Georgia.
Never heard of him.
Really?
Oh,
He's a good
come on.
shortstop for a
Yeah,
long
he's
time.
really good.
Never heard of him.
Farm king.
There, he went on the Red Sox.
He wasn't. You're right.
We've got some talk of wanting to do like the Immaculate Grid stuff. Have you seen that?
All right, I'm done with that.
Have you guys played with that?
Nope.
No, they're driving all the way through.
Oh my gosh, they're going all the way through.
Oh my God, we ain't gonna help you there. 10 a.m. Oh, who's driving? Who's driving?
Yeah, that's a great question.
It's Kurt. It's not Trey.
Is anybody else with him? Is it
Trey's-
just those two?
Trey's texting.
That doesn't mean much.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, they're throwing.
Oh, we
college?
didn't do that.
We can do it now.
We were supposed to, weren't we?
You can do it right now. You want to do it right now?
Ohio State is a tr- Yes, you're right, Hunter. Oh my God, are we doing this? Can they see what we're doing right now?
Not yet. We can do it. If y'all want to do it, we can.
I don't care to do this.
Dude, I don't think I'll be good at this. Can we pick different
These
stuff?
are hard. No, you can't pick different things. It's one a day. The baseball one is hard.
I see.
Yeah, so you have to pick a guy that played for the Patriots and the Eagles.
Terrell Davis is better than Herschel Walker. No.
At least.
Okay, but
What about the University of
what
Georgia?
about the University of Georgia?
Not a game.
I guess in theory, Terrell Davis, Long J. Like it depends on the your
I
criteria.
loved Terrell Davis.
Yeah, TD did have a better NFL career, but if you're talking about just do like
Georgia fans-
TD didn't win a Heisman.
Georgia fans, you ask them, they'll tell you Herschel 1,000 times out of 1,000.
Yeah.
There's been children named Herschel.
Herschel. That is a tough one to swallow. It's a tough pill to swallow. Get named Herschel.
You said one. Get us out of here.
I don't want to play that game.
We'll play that game off air. Get us out of here.
That's going to be it for tonight, sitters. This has been Tyler Rolfe, along with Joey Edge and Chris Martinez. And we are Front Porch Sitting. Thank you, sitters, for the night. We appreciate you. It was a great show.
Same thing.